responsible. looking pretty good. It's gonna be a triple kill. Jim comes on fire. Jim comes on fire. Angle, but couldn't land the shot. The dark scope, the two-piece! Oh my God!
Trató de darle ese respetazo ahí consigo, una pelota y rápido se voltea y se ataque na marotagem. Belo ângulo dele.
He's gonna be able to take out. Oh my God! Oh no! He was down to 1 second on the clock.
Já pegou bala na cara do Master. O Omairinho vai tentando fazer o primeiro. Da estátua vai tentar o tiro porrada e bomba! Vem! Clutch muito difícil de vencer, mas...
Square on the body that you hit. He no-scoped Raballo right there. He no-scoped.
Queda solamente positivo por parte de repente consigue la primera baja de este round. Se da cuenta que no
Alrighty, we are back live for some more Mobile Mayhem, guys. Let the mayhem begin. It's your boy Verdict, as always. And to my right, as you can see it on the screen, love that D denominator, man. That logo looks absolutely fire, bro. I know an Ops Ninja would look absolutely fire too, but you know what? I can't complain. Day.
Well, listen here. If you would just check your DMs, sir.
I've got your DM pulled up on me, and I don't have anything.
Well, refresh it.
I'm not refreshing anything. There we go. It's there. It literally just came through, so don't tell me to refresh my my DMs. Good night. Everybody having a great one, dude. We're hanging out. We're chilling like a villain. Right now we're week 3, day 5, and it's starting to be the makings of a great Mobile Mayhem season. As a matter of fact, we've got another banger of a lineup for tonight's games, and you know, I think we were kind of like carrying Bobby earlier, somewhat, you know, in Warzone. I've got some great vibes for today. Am I right?
Absolutely, absolutely. I did open the wrong Call of Duty.
Nice.
So give me just a second. We popped Warzone back open on accident.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that was my fault. Big dumb.
Day selling, never.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
All right, while they getting that figured out, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the schedule for the day because it's looking to be a decent one. It's pending a few, you know, odds and ends to cover, but hopefully we'll be able to deliver everything that we've got on the plate for the day. Transitioning. There we go. I hope you guys can hear me. And I'm 100% with Ghoul on this one, man. Pants are completely overrated in this sense. Day, if you missed the live noti, I actually put it on Twitter, so you'll actually be able to catch it there too. But we're going to start things off with an Illuminati EU versus 117 Not Found. This is probably going to be one of the better matches of the day, if not the best matchup, because this Illuminati squad has been looking pretty promising and on the come up and on the rise. So this is where we're really going to be able to see their, their gameplay tested, and also we'll be able to see how 117's Not Found's progress, because they started off on a high note and have been everything but great since then. So this is a day for both of these teams to scrap it out. Omni versus Animus. It's probably going to be our highlight matchup because Omni's kind of on the downfall. But this is a redemption tour if I've ever seen one. I'm looking forward to seeing how they play against this Animus squad, who we all know is probably one of the best teams in EU. And then we're going to see Game 3 potentially, Elysium and Olympus. Olympus right now having a little bit of a roster struggle. We'll see if we can get it sorted out before the third matchup comes through. And if we are fortunate enough to see that one, the fourth matchup will, again, definitely be Aphelion and FM420. I know Aphelion is in the hole right now, and I know that they were not able to play on Tuesday, but they were able to get some roster changes in, so they should be ready to rock and roll for Game 4. So, solid series ahead of us, and, I'm thinking this is making out to be a great day.
Well, I'm interested to see what's going on with the Aphelion squad, because obviously I've given them a fair bit of critique the past couple weeks because they've had so many roster struggles in general, and it just doesn't seem like they have everything moving together. And now we're a couple weeks in. We're what? We're on week 4.
This is the end of week 3. Right? Yeah, it's week 3. It's the last day of week 3.
Oh, it's because Robot has the qualifier finals as week 1. Gotcha.
Yeah, that'll count. Yeah.
Interesting.
It's certainly going to be one of those make or break days for a few of these teams, because we're getting towards the middle of the season. And I'm taking a look at the standings right now just to kind of give you guys, perspective. Nova is standing out far from the pack. The bad thing is Nova has an off day today, but everybody needs a bye every now and then. So Nova won't be playing tonight. That's quite all right. They have a hefty lead. There's no one that's going to be able to contest that lead as of right now. So 75 points where they stay. Animus, this is going to be, are you going to separate yourself from the pack, or are you going to continue to be right in the, 3-4 slots, 2 to 5 slots? This is going to be their true trial and test, as they're sitting with 45 points. They pick those 20 points up. They'll obviously be up there in contention with Nova. So we'll keep that in mind as their matchup comes available. And Illuminati EU, we saw them. They probably have some of the most dynamic talent, and haven't had the best schedule as of yet, but made the best of it. They're sitting at a nice 40 points, as well as FN420, who again started pretty rocky, but have turned things around for the better as well. So Anarchy right there with 35 points. I don't think they're playing the day either, so they're going to be sitting right there as well. 117 Not Found and Elysium and Omniscient all going to be racked up with 20 points apiece. So all three of these teams play today. All three trying to get into that top 6 slot. Certainly going to make for some great entertainment for the remainder of the night. And then Olympus, again, I hope they play, because right now they're sitting on 10, and they had a lot of potential coming into this season. Aphelion right there at the borderline of -5. So a DQ certainly is going to hinder anybody's plays for the day. So it does look like you're in the lobby. So we might be ready to rock and roll in our first series of the night.
Waiting for Starricker and Mojito to come through and get us rolling. And gotta say, I'm definitely excited to see kind of our first this is our first full day of the, I think, finalized rule set. So we obviously had like a midday change last week for Europe, right? I think our first series went through with
one rule set, and then it was, I wouldn't say
it was amended.
It was updated.
It was amended.
Yeah.
So this will be our first full day on the presumably finalized rule set, which again, that final change that was made is a very slight revert on the mythic and legendary, or mythic and any skin that altered the iron sights was banned, and I think we just went to, it's now just mythics that are banned. So it'll be interesting.
Certainly will. Now we're gonna go ahead and jump right in. I gotta use a spell rocket because it literally, I got 3 of them and one of them expires in 3 hours. So We're gonna jump into the series ahead. We haven't gone over
Bro,
the
you
best
get
of
those
three.
things like candy.
Bro, I tell you what, Summit Hardpoint is where we're gonna start the action at tonight. As you can see it on the screen, Game 1, Game 2, Crossfire, Search, or Destroy. If it does go the distance, we will see a Fire and Green domination. Illuminati opted to ban Hardpoint, Crossfire, 117 not found, opted to ban Raid, Search, or Destroy. And sure enough, we are in it like Bennett. Game number 1 on the snowy sides of Summit. And P1 gonna be in the control room. Don't have to worry so much about that snow, but right now, what you got to worry about is Mojito as he's picking up some OBJ time and some kills. Lucky there for the refrag. A little bit of a back and forth affair here early on, and this game is starting off on a high note for both teams, but we'll see how it goes as P1, P2, one of those out in the open, get it if you can kind of objectives. P3 and P4 are going to be your money hills, and right now, it looks like both teams contesting. This is exactly what you would expect on a map like this.
Yeah, especially with the talent that they bring to the table. Hopefully we'll get a listen in with both of these teams. I gotta figure out why my computer's freaking out right now.
Figure out why
Close
Lucky's
that.
freaking out right now, bros. Five kills deep. Catches another one on Gore. Just an absolute beam with that Type 25. The Horseman's pick might be Lucky's pick. He is going to get a little bit of boot action to the face, though. His boot is able to pick up one more along with that. Is 6-3 for the lobby. He's going to be top frag with Lucky right now. So 23-14 right now. 117 not found. Going to have that advantage.
Yeah, sitting at about a 10-point advantage for the side of 117 not found. What is going on here?
I'll tell you what's going on, Lucky. Just continuing the
6.
fry. Dude's got 11 on board. First one to double digits. Y'all know it's not the first one to do it. It's who does it better. And right now, he's doing both. So, Gracie going to get called on the transition. Gore actually almost bit the bullet there, but does get some help from Stariker. And Money Hill or not, man, P2 has been absolutely glorious to the side of 117 not found now, as they're just kind of running away with the lead. I'm looking at a lot of their players. They're falling back, trying to get those spawns for new, and sure enough, they bunker down, and it does pay off for the time being, but, got to be fearful of this Illuminati squad as they're going to rack up a majority of this scrap time. I'm looking at Gracie, but I'm actually going to be looking over at Starrick here because it does look like he was able to anchor down for a flip. He's got one more to deal with right here, Dave. Dark Wizard does win that one. Does find another, but is it enough? It is. You can see the spawn solidified, and this Money Hill is going to be off to a great start here again for the side of 117 not found.
All right, hopefully I fixed everything. My CPU is running at like literally 9900% for a second there.
Did you hit the little
Sorry.
lightning bolt at the top of your emulator? That
I
always
did,
helps.
and that didn't seem to do anything, but then I closed a couple Chrome tabs, and it was like, okay, here you go. I was
Chrome,
like,
yeah,
oh,
look.
Alrighty then.
Verdict doesn't use Chrome for a reason, and that's one of them.
I mean, to be fair, I had like way too many tabs open, so that could be part of it, but neither here nor there. I've got it all resolved, at least for the time being, and I can actually see the game again now, so that's why I was kind of avoiding anything there for a minute, because I was like hard locked on my screen. It was not moving, but 20-point difference as 117 not found, sorry, do have themselves trying to get positioned to set up for this P4, but we actually do have a really good push. Mojito comes through and does take down Karma off of the Death Machine, but Karma gets a good respawn. We do have a cluster coming in, which is going to cut off a bunch of rotation potential out of the side of Illuminati. You can see Boot. Oh my goodness, Boot absolutely lasers Karma there, is looking for more action. What do you think about an early jump in with one of these teams, Verdict, and then we'll try to get the other next time around.
Yeah, I'm 100% on board. We're going to go ahead and jump in with the side of Illuminati EU. They get the break here. Oh, man. Only one player to deal with. They get the kill. And now we're going to hear those comms as we join in with them. Hear that P1 transition and see if they can get the rest of this scrap time here on P5 or P4.
You push next.
Connect us side. They're already next, guys.
Go.
Stop.
Computer,
One
I
coming
want you.
top there.
No, computer.
Push next.
Two computers.
Top.
One top. Top one shot, bro.
Wait, backstab.
Silence de mort, please. Ceux qui me suivent là.
Yeah.
Get top control.
Top. One more top.
There's cyclist, bro.
One more top.
There's cyclist. Kill him.
He's dead.
Be careful.
On C-spawn, bro. They're coming up. What the fuck?
Dead. Top.
Come on.
No one top is purified.
Top.
Purified top.
There's one in green. Dead. One more green. I'm low.
Dead.
Mid lane. One shot, bro. Coming connector.
Connector, dead.
Nice. One more top. Dead.
Top dead.
One top in. He's coming.
Just dead.
Dead, top.
Nice.
Punch, come at me.
Dead.
Okay, go next.
Come on, do top. One sneak behind you.
Two top.
All right, they get to pretty much the end of that P1, but a lot of time go over in favor of 117 not found. As a matter of fact, the P4 rotation towards the end wasn't able to get any of that scrap time either, so still keeping it a close game. Only a 25-point deficit that they need to overcome, and 117 not found having a great one too, so starting off with the lead, able to extend it on the P2 and P3 and get the majority of bulk of that P4. They got scrap coming through as well as some score streaks, and right now, this is making to be a great best of 3 so far.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. When we went into that P1/P2 reset, we only had a 27-point lead for the side of 117 not found. So it's really nice to see Illuminati and how far they've come. Again, this is a team that lost not once but twice to Omni without getting a single map win on the board during qualifiers. Omni came into the main season and got honestly just manhandled by 117 not found. And you know, again, here we have Illuminati putting up one heck of a fight during the Hardpoint. So I love getting to see these newer teams evolve, and right now they are rocking it. Spanish guy comes through with one on to Gracie. Karma going to find Star Ricker, but General Gore is able to get the refrag. Can we see a break come through? Does look like Karma is going to get a nice respawn there. Lucky now going to find one, finds two. The 3-for-1 trade in favor of 117 not found.
Yeah, 117 not found, locking down this P3 at point off the rip, but you can see the spawns come through for the side of Illuminati. They're able to get the break, and this is some much needed time because right now the game's starting to get a little out of hand. It's about 50-point advantage in favor of 117 not found, and the break comes right back through. Lucky is on demon time. Bro is at 37, my guy, and not slowing down. The last 20 seconds looks like they might be able to get a little bit of contesting here. Illuminati looking for that scrap time. Spanish guy wins a big gunfight, but in the grand scheme of things, you know, I'm seeing 117 kind of split, and it's paying off because not only are they able to like pick kills up and, you know, streak up, but they're also got the setup for P4. And you can see it, the abandoned scrap time, the last 5 seconds, probably not going to make a difference now. As you can see, they're going to be on the back ends of trying to rotate in this P4, and it's not going to happen easily. All 5 players there from 117 not found. Big kill from Gore as he takes down Karma. And now I'm looking for Lucky to hold a fort down. He's got a lot of objective time. Gracie on the contest, one shot. We can see the Grav Vortex coming through. Cosmos. I thought that was Illuminati's Gravity Vortex because it was sitting right there in front of all of the side of Illuminati, but Cosmos able to pick up those two, picks up 2 more, clears out the objective, and right now we're looking at the last 30 seconds, make or break here for the side of Illuminati because their opponents are right there at 2:15. No time contested here. Gotta get this break, gotta be coordinated. Spanish guy just doing great, shutting it down.
Yeah, and it might be a good time to hop in with 117 not found, but definitely got to point out Lucky and how cracked he is. I know you've been mentioning it throughout the game. Up at 43 and 22 right now. Bro, we don't have anybody else in the lobby who's even hit 30. We have a couple people that are getting close, but can't quite pull it together. So 24 seconds to go for 117 not found. About 97 if we wanted to see a Illuminati comeback. I think we go ahead and jump in with 117 not found and see what they're doing to try to close this game out.
That'll work. Let's do it.
Prominando connector. Push connector. Muerto. Muerto side. Side, abajo de escalera.
Tira punto, chavos.
Muerto side. Escaleras.
Voy a poner las escaleras, voy a poner. Muerto, muerto,
Yo voy
muerto.
por el lado.
Any side. Dale, carajo. Hay una ni inside,
Any side, sí.
Está
Toma media vida.
Va pusheando con esto, pusheando con esto.
Stop, toma, se matan.
Otro más, top.
Estaquear punto, intentar estaquear punto.
Hagamos siguiente.
Lo tienes ahí, calvo.
Muerto.
Bueno,
Una
El
Calvin.
siguiente, todos.
Ya se aguanta, espérate, tú.
Uno
Ese, tío.
anterior, Stanley Flag.
Muerto, una bala.
Dos top,
Más en green, diría.
Top.
hay uno en nuestro top,
Toma stop.
Voy a usar el Sparrow.
Punto a la izquierda, está low.
Muerto. Muerto por fire,
Uno más green.
Aparezco, spawn flip ya.
Ve, uno detrás en C flag.
Muerto. Qué malo. Buena. Entrad, porfa. Buenísima, niño.
Top.
Only seconds needed here for the side of 117 not found. They're going to pull out the operators. They're going to shut it down. 250 to 201. Still was a hell of a matchup here in game number 1. 117 not found, starting with the advantage, ending with the advantage. And one can only think, when you got a guy like Lucky just running around cracked out of his mind the entire game, of course, you've got to get the points to go along with it. My guy Lucky dropped 46 in game 1. Bro woke up, chose violence, and here he is taking it out on Illuminati EU. A little bit of a dog left in the fight towards the back end of that game, but it was just, you get your opponents up to 230, and, they have the rotations early for P2. It's only a matter of time before they close that thing out, and sure enough, there it was. So, 46 and 29 for Lucky. He drops almost a minute on the hill, but Cosmos right there with him with 2 minutes and 2 seconds, 34 and 29. If you look at the flip side of things, a lot of a sea of negative. As you can look at it, Gore -6, but a minute and 14 on the hill. A lot of objective time for the top 3 players. Pretty close, but I mean, it was anything but close towards the end of that game.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And, with one of the big rule changes recently having been the removal of Quick Fix, we were a little bit kind of on the edge on if we were going to see 40 bombs. And I got to say, we are seeing less, which really makes performances like Lucky coming through here with 46 shine even a little bit more. So big shout out there. We did have a couple other players cross into the 30 mark. Jazz 31, Dark Wizard 35, Cosmos 34. 32 for General Gore and 30 for Gracie. But, I mean, overall, we just had a bit more slaying power on the side of 117 not found. We had a fairly good consolidation of score across the board, with the exception of, Dark Wizard Tilt has 5 seconds. At least he put his feet on the hill. We have seen in the past people have 0 seconds, so...
Hey, you know what? Some people are allergic to the objective, and not everyone is a team player in that, in that sense. But, you know what? Those people who we saw that didn't have any objective time, they also have double, triple negative, or triple positive KDs, and I can't complain about that. On a map like Summit, it's either good or bad for you. You're either in the blender or you are the blender. And right now, 117, they just found themselves with some massive kills early on. Took the advantage off that, and they just kind of rode that momentum all the way through. And, the comms were solid for both teams. I think there's a lot of potential here for this Illuminati squad. I think for sure they're going to be a top 6 team finishing out. But this 117 team is kind of like a wild card in the sense. I think that they bring a lot of talent to the table, and I think they have, some great leaders to inspire this team to want to do better. You got Karma, you got Jazz. These are two players who know what it means to be successful at this stage of competition. And then we have 3 players in Cosmos, Lucky, and Dark Wizard. Dark Wizard, Tilt, and Lucky have by far been one of my favorite players to watch since I've got in the scene. Not only for their sniper talent, but because they have so much talent that hasn't been converted into results. And I think right now, this is a team that should be producing more than what they are or have already done. But I'm glad that they are able to come in and compete against a team who's also on the rise and showing a lot of promise here recently. So, game number 2, again, that Search and Destroy is going to be a Crossfire Search and Destroy. This might be a rip here for the side of Illuminati. We saw them bite the bullet here on Tuesday against, who was it that they played? Was it FN420? No, it wasn't FN420, was it? Let me look at the schedule. I can't remember who they played, but I know that it was a round 11 scenario that they couldn't
on
clutch.
117's hand.
No, for Illuminati.
For Illuminati on Tuesday, they played.
It was
FN420.
Good deal. So
Yep.
my memory does serve me right. So I remember that game going to a round 11 and they not able to clutch it.
And we do have a we did have 30 kills in favor of 117 not found in that first game. So for Search and Destroy, if you're going to come through with that kind of slaying power, I imagine this probably ends up being a 2-0, but I'm hoping maybe Illuminati can turn things around. Gore hits some snipes early on. Starricker and Boot we've seen have really good search performances as well, so there's a chance we could still see a game 3 here. I think this Illuminati team, for having again, I would say a more rookie team. Obviously they're not like all rookies. We've seen most of these players once or twice before, but you know, again, you look over at the opposition, the likes of Lucky, Karma, Jazz, Dark Wizard. I mean, these guys have been in Mobile Mayhem since the start, right? So it is largely a group of the new guys versus the old talent, and let me tell you, Lucky opens up with the first blood, but Gore right there to refrag.
Yep, Lucky just absolutely hits it on the head right there, gets the first shot to land, and I'm looking at Gore's perspective, and I don't know if you see it, but it still looks like that player who dropped early, Gracie, is still running right there, so, lol, that's a feels bad moment, and kind of throws me off, but sure enough, here, 4v4, 1-for-1 trades coming through. Bomb has already made its way over. Cosmos looking to stick it. Gore looking for the frags above, and looking for that staircase action. Spanish guy comes through. Jazz, an absolute demon. Karma going to find one as well, and now it's up to Boot and Gore, the two sniper talents here for the squad. Gore finds one in Jazz, but is absolutely laced. Coming through the door frame of the staircase. Now bus station is locked down. We've got about 25 seconds on the clock for Boot to make something happen here. It's going to be damn near impossible, especially since he's going to round this corner and catch some hands from Karma, who does find that last kill. And we've got a 1-0. I got to say, when we've started this matchup on Tuesday with FN420 and Illuminati, Illuminati showed a lot of promise on the defense. They didn't just bow down, even though they're on the bad sides of the map. I think they were able to pick up 2 rounds here, and I think if they find 2 rounds on the defense going up against a team like 117 not found, I think we might be gearing up for a game 3. So Mojito looking for a game 3 himself, does find first blood, and that's where the round starts.
Yeah, first round does go over to 117 not found, but again, Illuminati have actually made some pretty solid plays so far today, as well as the past couple weeks. We've seen them ramping things up, so still going to be keeping my eyes on General Gore, who does have 2 on the board, rocking that diamond DLQ. And the 1-for-1 trade here early on is going to keep things narrow, but Gore is actually in a great position. This is one of those power positions that we see Lucky on the opposition play a lot, and you know, he might be able to find a pick here. So close.
Yeah, I think he's trying to get that hit marker, not going to be able to do it, couldn't force it. Bomb does go down, that's going to reduce the clock. We got a 4v4. Karma gets, oh my god, Karma coming around for him as he kind of held that same angle he did last round. Lucky able to get the refrag, but it's a 3v2. Lucky and Cosmos left to clean up the slack, and you can see it. The push is coming through. Shots are going to come raining in. Starker able to win a massive 1v1, and now it's Lucky left on his own. Boot. Oh my god, that was point blank. The audacity. The shots, the friendship in him. He is whatever we say he is. And right now, we say he's cracked. Super round for both teams, but a 1-1 now as we are all tied up.
All tied up 1-1, and this is exactly how it started off last Tuesday, or well, I guess technically on Tuesday, for Illuminati and FN420, another one of those really high-ranking teams in the European Mobile Mayhem scene. Dark Wizard going to find first blood onto General Gore. That's not great for the side of Illuminati. Gore, with 3 kills on the board, is their top frag, so not a great player to lose out early on. Does look like we're probably getting the bomb plant here in just a second.
Baby.
The Boot able to find the Wally.
Yo, he slid the top side of that broken building and made it look easy. The bomb is down. Oh, Dark Wizard, hello, buddy. We meet again. The Dark Wizard has been tilted.
Hello,
Boot.
darkness, my old friend.
Yes, darkness. You may have adapted to the darkness, but my guy Boot was born in it. 100% bred. Here we go. 3v3. The bomb is still down, and you can see it. Spanish guy, Jazz, a.k.a. Jazz, is looking for the pickup. Is going to go ahead and get the smoke down. Looking to maybe stick this bomb plant down to go along with it. And some questionable position for this bomb plant, but I'm on board with it now. It just doesn't look like Lucky's going to be able to stay alive. Neither is the other. Oh, Lucky is still alive. I'm looking at the wrong team. Lucky is now going to die, and now it's going to be Karma, who, again, is in a very OP... Oh, my God, Candoff. What a flick, bro. I was looking at Karma's perspective. He's in that notorious spot. That bottom side of the corner building. You know, the staircase that he uses and abuses. And sure enough, he got abused there. So, again, 2 rounds going in favor of the side of Illuminati. They're looking great after that first round blunder. And we might be seeing a blender of a game here for game number 3 if Illuminati can keep this same kind of momentum going.
Well, Boot is obviously one of those cracked players in the EU scene, comes through 4 on the board, giving Illuminati the lead here, which again, I think coming into the scene, a lot of people would have looked at 117 Not Found and been like, man, this team is, you know, going to be one to be a potential top 3 fighting for a number 1 spot. And so far, they have certainly had their struggles, and Illuminati on the opposition, they have not. They have been up and up every week, so definitely got to be a little bit worried if you're 117 Not Found here. I think they probably have an advantage if we see a game 3, just because the slaying power is a little bit stronger. But a game 3 means less points for 117 Not Found and some for Illuminati, with assuming 117 Not Found won the Dom, which again, they're not entirely playing like they're ready to win this one. We haven't seen them play their 2s well. We've seen them overstay their welcome on some of the snipes. You know, when there's a sniper talent like General Gore or Boot on the other side, if you get called out, then, you know, someone's going to rechow you on that angle, and we've seen it happen several times. Boot going to take Cosmos out of the... Oh my goodness. Dude, Boot is cracked.
Dude, Boot put him in the dirt right now. We got 3 rounds in a row, and the friendship in him coming through, showing why he's one of the better in the scene right now. Bro is just on fire. I love it. I love the energy. I love everything this guy brings to the table. Picks up some big frags that round, and sure enough, we see a... last time, we'll see the attack for the side of 117 Not Found, and I may have, you know, overstepped my boundary. Maybe the side of Illuminati was able to learn from whatever happened on Tuesday. Because right now, they're looking like a solid defending Crossfire map playing
Bro, you
team.
can't tell me Illuminati have not looked better every time we see them play.
Oh my god, they remind me of a Anarchy team that was on the rise.
Oh my god.
God, I hate I missed that.
Nasty with it. Gets the wall bang onto Jazz, was looking for one on...
oh, Lucky almost got his head taken off.
Oh,
there,
he
but...
got it on Cosmos, almost got it on Jazz. Okay, never mind.
Oh, baby. Dark Wizard does get the refrag. Now we're going to see Lucky biting some bullets now. He's able to extend his life, and sure enough, it looks like Jazz is going to go ahead and get this bomb plant down. Starker drops, and now it's up to Gore. We'll see if he can pick up the pressure here. All players looking in his general vicinity. I think he might be out. Spanish guy wants some smoke. You got it, homie. Gore delivering. That's 1. You need to find 3 more, and I don't know if it's doable right now. You got 25 seconds on the clock, and they're kind of spread out, and you just got a hit marker from a nade. Karma, you got to know where Karma's at. Karma's always on that staircase. If you watch his gameplay, dude is literally one of 2 places. He's up top in that corner building, or he's in the lobby of that that bottom floor, hovering over that staircase. I think that's one of the things that this team can pick up, or any team could pick up. I mean, it's just so damn hard to take him out, though. Bro is just a demon with it.
Well, 117 Not Found were able to make it look close so far, as they did take a second round on the offense, but the 1-for-1 trade, Starker for Cosmos early on. Gonna have to see which way that starts to swing as Karma is taking shots, not really getting anything laid down in return, but Mojito drops right into the hands of Jazz, who's going to take him down. And that's going to be the 2-for-1 trade now in favor of 117 Not Found. And Jazz, as low as he was, even able to make it out alive. And we don't have bomb down for the side of 117 Not Found, but they do have that player advantage on their side.
Yeah, they do. And I got to say, there's a little bit of a standstill. And I guess I know why, because Boot is doing his thing. Do your thing, Boot. We commend you. Gracie is going to get some help there. Finally seals the deal on Dark Wizard. But Jazz was right around the corner. Jazz was also taken out too. So now the 5v3 scenario is a 3v2 in favor of the side of Illuminati. They are looking to make the comeback here on this round. Gracie looking to seal the deal on the bomb plant. Is going to be able to get it stuck. Question mark. Karma, you're a demon, bro. That's tough. That is so freaking tough. Karma does find 2. And now we're looking at a 2v1 scenario. Boot has about 25 seconds on the clock. Karma is just so great at what he does, bro. You saw the slide. The awareness was on point. Able to get that frag there. Prevent that bomb from going down. And that was the most clutch he could have done right there. Now, the transition for Boot doesn't have much to work with. Doesn't have much time. And sure enough, Karma is going to go ahead and get the call out that the bomb was picked up. Lucky is going to go ahead and seal the deal. Karma does put some team shots on him. We're yet again tied back up. 3-3. And it's starting to feel like 117 is picking up the pace here. Maybe they're looking to close it out in 3 or in 2.
It's quite possible. We're all tied up 3-3. We did have a very long, grueling battle last week with this Illuminati squad in Search and Destroy. And they're here to repeat against one of these strong teams of Europe and show that they're not just here for the season, they're here to stay and continue to be a threat to some of these, I guess you would call like a higher tier players. I mean, as far as like, again, like the history that we've seen from these players, how much we've seen them in Mobile Mayhem, etc. We do have a 2-for-1 trade in favor of 117 Not Found. And the bomb does get defused. Boot unable to move on up, and now do have the first time since the very first round of this game we have a 117 Not Found lead.
Yeah, they're doing great on, you know, transitioning. They moved quickly once the bomb went down. They were able to pick up a few frags, and sure enough, the smoke comes in handy. Boot, last player alive, not in a position to contest. And, you know, they say once that bomb goes down, all of the advantages that the defense may have had before is kind of evened out. But that it was a 5v5, and the 5v5 retake just came through so swiftly for the side of 117 Not Found. Looks like they're adapting, and they're doing a great job of transitioning here in the later portion of this Search and Destroy. Didn't have a great start, but I believe they're 3 rounds in a row for themselves, so this is where the trend needs to stop. Mojito looking to bait some shots, but Stark are going to literally bite an 8 to the face. Dark Wizard does get one for himself. Now, Boot on the retaliation does find Cosmos, and this is a 1-for-2 trade coming through. Lucky able to take down Mojito, and Jazz in a pretty good position here to contest if this bomb goes down in the 3v4. About 58 seconds on the clock. They need to make a move, and they need to do it quickly. Boot gonna overextend, gets taken down, and things are falling apart here for Illuminati. We might be on match point for the side of 117 Not Found if Gore and Gracie can't clutch this 2v4.
Well, Dark Wizard gonna come through and finds Gracie. And that leaves Gore in a 1 versus 4. Cosmos is down on the side of 117 Not Found. Gore does have 6 kills on the board, so I mean it's possible. I feel like this is a same situation that Little B was in during was that Masters or no, stage 4? I think it was stage 4. So we've seen 1v4 clutches on this team, but if you look at the positioning for the side of 117 Not Found, I mean, they're just playing straight defense at that point, and sure enough, with Gore being the last alive, he rotates right in front of one of them. They pick up the easy kill, and now it's match point, and it could be over in 2 here.
Yep, this is now or never for Illuminati. I think we were in a similar scenario on Tuesday. I think it went to a 3-5 scenario where FN420 wasn't able to close it out. We went to that round 11, and, you know, it was devastation for Illuminati. So maybe a similar scenario here now as the bomb's looking to go down. Gracie going to be halted, though. Is going to take a gunfight. Gonna overextend, does find 2 though, and it might be over here in 9 now as Cosmos able to stay alive. Spanish guy, Jazz, was able to get the frag there before he was taken down, and now we're looking at about 1:20 on the clock. Still plenty of time to play with now. Can't overextend here from Starker. He has an idea of where Karma's at, but you can't afford to drop another player. A 2v4 is just not doable. We've seen it several rounds in a row already. It's just not possible for this Illuminati squad. Cosmo's going to reposition. Hell of a round 9 for him now as he's found 2 in this round alone. And Gore, looking for the revenge, is not going to be able to get it. If you peek out of that door, I swear your head is going to get taken off. Lucky and Dark Wizard all have angles on that area. So I would just be very, very... slow to retaliate. Okay, Star Ricker, the push comes through. He gets 1. Looking for Karma as well. The smoke comes through. Maybe he'll get a transition and find a few more, but Cosmos right there back in it. Karma's going to slide the angle, and that is going to be it. A 6-3 win. And that just came too quick, man. I was hoping for a game 3, but 117 not found. Has found a little bit of life here in a 2-0, and they're going to earn those 20 points and be top. They're going to actually have the advantage. They're going to have 40 points as well as Illuminati EU, so they're going to be tied up, but with this series being the tiebreaker, they're going to have the advantage moving on in the season.
Yeah, really big game for both these teams. Illuminati, you guys should be proud. Even though you came to this series and ended up taking the L, you guys have had one heck of a season and look better and better every week. This is, in my opinion, one of the tougher teams in EU, even though they've had their own inconsistency issues. So I'm here for it. I'm still on the Illuminati train. I'm hoping they bounce back next week with some really good games. Actually, I want to look and see who they play next week. Let's.
They might have a bye next week. I don't think they've had a bye yet, if I'm remembering correctly. Week 4.
The odds of them having 2 buys is probably pretty low.
Oh, never mind. They have had a bye. They didn't play on the first day, so I'm looking at that makes sense.
So next week they play. Oh God, they play Nova, which is going to be rough, and then they do play Aphelion on Thursday of next week.
Yeah,
so,
they're definitely going to be a top 6 team. There's no doubt about it, unless they just magically disband. But with the way that this team, you know what? I'm just going to shut my mouth because I'm going to be honest with you. I've spoke too soon in several occasions, and sure enough, teams just up and disappear on you. So that's super sad, super unfortunate. But I hope this team sticks with it and they look for the long-term goal of competing. Maybe an addition to the roster. I'm not saying make a roster change or actively look for another player. Maybe someone who could help support in Hardpoint objectives. Because I feel like every time they've won, it is been close in Hardpoint and or just not very dominant. Granted, they've had a very, very difficult schedule off the rip. I still
maybe
feel
they
like
need to bring back their manager, Chris.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Chris, come
so
on
savage.
come on back in.
That was
Chris.
so savage.
You're terrible.
I can't believe you called him a manager at the beginning of the season.
I forgot completely about that, but sure enough.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, I know, Dave. Dave, where are you supposed to get a haircut this week?
I'm going to cut it before NA today.
You're going to cut it?
Yep.
Oh, God.
It's all going to be gone.
Oh, my God, dude. Are you going to shave it?
Yeah.
Is it going to be, like, bald or, like, semi-bald? Yeah. Dude, everybody, take a look now. He's got the notebook, like, slide over, a little bit of a comb over right there. Just absolutely
too long.
Beautiful. It's too long,
and
bro. But you got some
I
gray
have
hair.
to comb it over, otherwise it hangs literally in
hair,
my eyes.
Just take the compliment.
I do have gray hair, dude. I literally pluck gray hairs.
I said
out of my
great
face
hair.
all the time. I said gray though.
You're old, and I'm older. You're getting old, Dave. Come on now. Enjoy the long, luscious hair while you got it.
Yo, I'm 29 going on 50, bro. Leave me alone.
Sheesh. Talking about a quarter-life crisis going into a half-life crisis. Jesus Christ. Well, You know what? Dave might be having a breakdown, but we aren't. We're going to continue to roll with the energy now as we're going to get geared up for our second series of the night as I'm taking a look at the results so far. If you're just now joining us in. If you didn't catch the matchups of the day so far, we've got a 2-0 in favor of 117 not found. So they have found a little bit of life here mid-season. They need to hang on to that life, and they need to continue to improve because right now we've seen them play against some of the better teams and they just can't hang. Right now, Illuminati's on the come up. So, in that regard, I still feel like there's a long way for this team to go. I think they'll figure it out. I hope they'll figure it out. But I think they should. I think they have a lot of promise coming into a postseason that, you know, might be dominated by some of these top heavy teams, but certainly could be, you know, exciting down the road to see, you know, maybe an upset. You know, maybe something where we had an anarchy situation where they actually come through, and not this season, maybe next season. You know, we'll figure it out though, as we're gonna get geared up for that next series of the day. If you're just now joining us, that is Omniscient and Animus. So we're gonna take a short intermission. We're gonna hear a word from COD Mobile first, and when we get the lobby and everything set up, we'll be right back to deliver more content and some great luscious day here now, as we won't be seeing it anymore after today's stream. So enjoy it now, get your clips while you can, because tonight it's not going to be there. All right, so we'll be right back. COD Mobile first, and then short intermission. Alrighty, second matchup of the night. Certainly going to be an interesting one because we've got Omni, the top qualifying qualifier team, who have only earned points on the backs of a forfeit. 20 points is where they sit, and we've got Animus, who is probably one of the best teams in EU. Now, they've had one series, which I don't know if it was a flop or was it just a bad day for them. Or was just Anarchy the better team? They've lost one series already this season, but they came back with some great energy afterwards. So, you know, no harm, no foul from them. Are they looking to top this Omni team who has, I wouldn't say been on the downfall, but certainly not be moving forward, huh?
Well, we'll have to see. Omni has been, you know, one of my favorite teams in the EU coming up through the past past season. Obviously, there's been a pretty substantial roster change with the addition of Denicio and Jim. But, you know, you look at the likes of Ty, Capo, Gathelia, we know what they bring to the table. Maybe they just haven't ironed out the roster change yet and who's going to do what. I know we were talking with Rollbot a little bit between the in the break there, and it seems like they've opted to pretty drastically switch up who's using what operators in the team. So we'll see when we get into the game what that ends up looking like. Maybe that turned things around for them. But Animus, I mean, again, this is a team coached by Zim. They may have dropped a series against Anarchy, but Anarchy's a strong team. So I have high hopes yet for Animus. I like Omni. I'm a fan of pretty much the whole Omni roster. But if I'm going to be brutally honest, I think Animus probably just wins this one.
Well, you know, I just saw Brixa come in chat, and she let us know 100%. No, we were definitely better. I love the energy.
Heck yeah!
I love the
can we
energy.
Get a pin on that?
Yo, can we? Absolutely. We're gonna go ahead and jump into the series now as I'm taking a look at the best of threes. Take off Hardpoint, Hackney Yard, Search or Destroy, Standoff Dom, Hardpoint, Crossfire out the window. Hardpoint, Hackney Yard out the window. We're going to go ahead and take off right into the lovely stadium side of Takeoff map itself. Probably one of the worst reskins ever introduced to the COD Mobile game, but here nor there.
Listen,
look,
not only is it a terrible reskin, it was a terrible
DLC.
map to begin with.
It was. Yeah, it was. Yeah, to be fair, it was not a great base skin, so...
Which
you know.
which is so unfortunate, because Black Ops historically has actually had some really phenomenal maps, so...
A majority of them we play still to today, so... You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And right now it was broke. They tried to fix it, and they just made it worse. But right now, a little bit of a back-and-forth affair here in the fountain side of Takeoff. And right now, the side of Animus just rolling with the good times. They've got 25 uncontested. Tie-to-Die finally comes through, gets some feet on the objective, but is easily shut down, man. This is just a lights-out roster for Animus. And right now, you can see it. They pretty much put the lights out early on in this P1 objective now. About 15 seconds remaining. Scrap time up for grabs, and it does look like some kills finally coming through for the side. No, it is not. That is going to be all the side of Animus picking it up, and this is just starting out to be a bad way to start this Hardpoint game. For the side of Omni, that is.
Well, I mean, it is P1. I mean, typically speaking, you're right. We don't see this much hill time on a P1, but we're set up for P2. Ty comes through, finds 2 in the feed, and... you know, this might be an opportunity for them to start turning things around. We do have some utility coming thrown on up top. Where are our trophy systems, Omni, bruh?
Yeah,
this is rough.
This is rough. This is rough, but you know, it's a P2 that you can absolutely redeem yourself on. But when you're not getting, you know, the small things accomplished, like getting those trophies down, you know, some of the, you know, crossing those T's, dotting those I's kind of scenario, you got to get the basics down. And right now, Animus are just doing it better. They're going to get the break there on P2. They're going to get a little bit of time uncontested. Shark going to pick up some kills in the feed. And, man, just absolutely balling out. Daylight and oh, short Ty. I saw you throw the trophy in there. Does get one, but he is taken down instantly. And, you know, what was making to be a decent break just, you know, going to be cut shy. 62-10 lead now in favor as the contest time comes through. The last little bit of scrap time is going to go and be awarded there to Shark as... he's actually going to be contested now. You know, Capo still stuck in P2. I don't know. 3 seconds left on the point. Maybe you should have probably early rotated, but, you know, he does respawn right behind P3 building site. So, I guess no harm, no foul, right, Day? Maybe? Question mark?
Well, It's hard to say. I was really hoping we were going to see a big hill from Omni there. That wasn't the case. And now Ty, once again, set up for next. But he's going to get pushed by Narcs and Shark, taken down. And once again, it is Animus. Going through with a break. Jim comes in, however, finds a three-piece before getting taken down. And gotta say, pulling a three-piece without quick fixes is at least a fairly impressive feat. So big play from Jim there. Not quite enough for them to convincingly get the hill back, and it's Animus coming through and just racking up the score right now. They've got about a 60-point lead.
Well, you know, I'm looking at it. Trophy's going to come into play there for Animus. They're going to be able to hold off the remainder of the scrap time, and they're looking for that last kill in Capo. Capo able to sneak one, but there's still one more in the corner there, and you know, for what it's worth, you didn't get a majority of those points. I guess now just play a little bit for streaks. He's got a 2 combo and might be able to shake some things up if he picks up a few kills to go along with it, but it's so damn hard to get anything rolling when you've got guys like Narcs, Marvel, Drari just absolutely frying. They're all on double digits with the exception of Marvel, and just an absolute just blunder here on that P3 rotation. They don't get anything off of it, if you ask me. Looks like they're still sitting on, you know, right at that 30-point marker as P4 transitions come through. They do get the break early on and, you know, some much-needed hill time, but the smoke can only last for so long. Marvel there to contest. Grizz comes through on the pinch, and a good 1-2 sucker punch. Animus just absolutely balling out right now.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Even though we've had some really, really phenomenal rotations coming out of the side of Omni, it's just not really lasting as Animus are just blatantly winning more of the important gunfights. I mean, for the most part, we're not doing horrible on the side of Omni. Gathilia's 13-14, Ty is 13-16, Capo's positive at 15-12, Jim has 12-15, Denicio is struggling a little bit at 8-16, but you know, again, it's relatively close with the exception of, again, we have better rotations coming out early from the side of Omni. They're just not sticking.
No, they're not. And, you know, Narcs is going to be able to utilize that Predator missile. He's got 21 on board. Again, when you got guys like Narcs on the opposite side of the spectrum, it makes it just absolutely ridiculous. Gathelia does find a nice 2-piece. Gets the third on Shark. The break comes through on P1, and already a better start to this reset than they had the first time around. I don't think they got a single point off of that P1, and the fact that they're able to pick up a few points, as well as a few kills to go along with it. Gathelia lined up the feed. He is on a 5 combo, but this staircase where P2 is about to go down might be a little bit too far of a stretch now, as we see about 10 seconds left on P1. It does look like some time going to be picked up from Gathelia. Is going to be able to pick up that 6. And he is rocking and rolling right now. Narcs there for the contest, gets body 2. An absolute beast of a P1 there from the side of Omni. We might have ourselves a game now. Gathelia gonna have to pull out the dead machine. I'm getting all of this, my guy. Just absolutely frying right now. Walks right into that. Did streak up, though, so that's tough. Man, he was on a burner right there.
Tough. It happens. Marvel looking for a kill on to Ty there. Ty pushes on in, turns away just as Grizz pushes up the stairs and is going to drop. And right now, we are doubling up the score for the side of Animus, sitting at the 144 mark and only 70 points right now for the side of Omni. But Omni, they're on the hill. I was waiting to see if the backside rotation from Animus was going to work out there, but Omni actually wins some pretty key gunfights, and this, you know, honestly, this has not been a huge hill for the side of Omni, but it might be the best hill they've played so far.
Maybe P1 was better. I gotta say, they were able to put up 30 points on a P1. That's pretty damn impressive. I'm not saying it was their best, but, you know, you've got a P2 staircase that could get very, very out of hand if you allow it to, and I think the fact that they were able to contest made it a great hill for them, too, so 81 to 157, we see P3 transitions come through in his favor, Animus. So we're going to go ahead and hop in with the guys over at Animus and do a quick little VC check-in, listen in for them to see how those comms go along with that 168 score.
That's striking side.
One ticket dead. One ticket dead. One ticket dead. Phoenix CC.
Balcony,
Watch out the
balcony,
back, hold the back.
balcony.
I got-
Watch
Listen,
out
I got
CT,
your
watch
mid,
out
I got
CT,
your
watch
mid
out
and
CT.
ticket. I
I
got
got
your
you,
mid.
CT,
CT,
nice,
CT.
nice.
Balcony, balcony.
Watch
Wait,
CT,
wait,
watch
wait,
CT.
wait,
Two
wait,
CT,
wait,
two
wait,
CT,
wait,
two
wait.
CT.
Ah, CT, CT.
Okay, go to our side. One pushing it.
Nice, one limit.
One limit, one
Limit,
CT, one
limit,
limit,
limit.
one CT.
One limit. I'm going
Two
back
limit,
blue.
two
I'm
limit.
locking,
One
I'm
more city,
locking,
one
I'm
more
locking,
city,
I'm
one more
locking,
city.
I'm locking for
Let's
you.
limit.
Dead CT. Go next, go next, go next, go next.
They're on me, I think.
Smoking
Yeah?
for you.
Two CT,
One
push
minute,
CT.
one
Pushing
pushing
blue,
bottom.
pushing blue, pushing blue.
Top blue,
Let's
top
always
blue,
win
top
this
blue, top blue. One shot top blue, one shot top blue.
Backstabbing from spawn.
Window, one blue window.
Keep up, just keep up the work, keep up the work, keep up the work.
Limit, Foxer, one limit, one limit, guys.
One stop blue, jump.
Two side. I'm smoking side. Let's
One window,
push
window,
together. Push together.
Dead, dead, Buster's dead.
Let's go
One
together, let's
blue,
pinch now, pinch now.
Pinch.
One yellow.
Bottom. Nice,
I'm
nice.
taking top,
One
I'm taking
more,
no,
one
They
more.
spawn limit, they spawn limit, they spawn limit.
side.
Apollo down.
They spawn limit.
I'm standing side, they got trophy.
Watch on
We
side,
need
on
to
side.
pinch again, we need to pinch again, we need to pinch again. One dead.
Two side.
Copy enough.
Listen, we just need a good
One
push
more,
together.
one more.
Yeah,
One more shot.
Nice. Keep up, go Olympic, for next.
One more.
All right, maybe a slow start for Omni, but they are still in this. As you can see, the P4 rotations come through. They were solid off the rip. The break comes through when it was necessary for the side of Animus, and they are just trading blows. This is a back-and-forth affair. And, you know, one way to start a game off in the blender, but, man, I'm looking at a lot of momentum shifting over in favor of Omni, and they're able to get the last few points of those scrap time. Now we're going to see that P1 reset a third time around. Who does it better here now? As we can see, a little bit of hill time here for the side of Shark, and it looks like Narc's actually going to be on point as well. A little bit spread thin, but, you know, they're handling business right now, Dave.
Yeah, I mean, this is actually turning out to be a bit closer of a game than it was originally looking like, but it's a long way to go yet for the side of Omni, as they do trail 70 points right now, Verdict. And again, while they've shown some signs of life and had some halfway decent hills, it is just still not consistent. We'll have to see if they can pull another 30 out of P1. They've certainly been trying, but they do get taken down off the hill. Marvel gonna find Ty making the rotation there. Gap is slowly coming a little bit closer together. Grizz gonna get knocked off his Sparrow. And just like that, Cathelia, while the entire team of Omni was behind earlier, Cathelia is the first player to hit
And
40.
look at it now. Who's all negative? You got Drari -2. You got Grizz -3. You got 2 negative for Shark. That's not a position that he's used to being in. And you got Marvel, who's +11. So, or +8 now, as I was obviously not doing math right. Cathelia single-handedly picking this team apart, but it's coming through on the backside of some great turnaround play here for the side of Omni, and that slaying might come into, you know, it might come handy when you're going up against a slay-heavy team. And we're gonna see P2 compromise now. The contest comes through, multiple players there. The gravity vortex just so OP. Narcs, I don't know who does it better there. That was just an absolute beaut of one, but the break not gonna be in favor of Omni. Denicio wants some smoke, he can get it too. Drari is going to pick up some uncontested time, but it is a scrappy P2 now. We were definitely going to see a P3 transition, but if Omni aren't able to contest here, which they are doing now, we would certainly see that P3 be the ending of this game one.
That could be the case. 20 points to go for the side of Animus. 44 and 33 for Narcs. Marvel also crossing into the 44 mark. So Gathelia has stepped it up on the side of Omni. Now we need someone else to as well. Capo, not horribly far behind, is positive at 37 and 34. But Jim definitely struggling in this matchup, trailing it down at 30 and 40, as well as Ty, who's sitting on a 30 and 46. So hopefully we'll see a couple more kills come through. We've had some solid rotations out of Omni. Again, not long ago we were talking about them being down about 100 points or 85 points or whatever it may have been. And they've narrowed that gap. We're now sitting at about 30 points between these two teams. There's just not enough time for Animus to win on this hill. And with Omni making the re-break, not enough for them to tie things up, but they can make it very, very close here, Verdict.
can very well do that now as we see about 9 seconds of scrap time. You can see Grizz actually rotating backwards to hold off the push out. Finds a massive 3-piece, and that might be a great start here to this P4, and that's exactly what they needed to go ahead and bunker down now. There's about 3 seconds left on this P4 start up. Denisio looking to contest, just not going to be able to get it from that angle. Grizz picks up a 40-piece of his own, and Narcs too shy of a 50 bomb. Drari holding the objective. He's the last one alive. No, he's got one more Marvel coming through on the backside. The contest comes through. The break comes through. Shark and Marvel are now holding the objective. Jim finds one. Jim finds 3, actually, but it's not going to be enough. The contest back and forth. This is one of the scrappiest hardpoint takeoffs I've ever seen, if I've ever seen a scrappy hardpoint. And we've got a 50 bomb for Cathelia, and Narcs one shy of that 50. I'm sure he'll get it here with this Grav Vortex. Not going to be able to steal the deal, but guess what? Game 1, on the backs of being a nail-biter in that P4 transition, is going to go in favor of Animus. They have a 1-0 lead advantage, a 250 to 212 win, and a hell of a showdown so far in this series. But Animus, again, started off strong, ended strong, kind of got shaky towards the middle. But, you know, it's not fun unless, you know, you have a little bit of up and down going through the transition. It's just a hell of a game 1 here in this best of 3.
Yeah, definitely a phenomenal game between these two teams. I gotta say, off the bat, it was looking like Omni just didn't have much to bring to the table. And then towards the end, Cathelia ends up dropping a 50 against Animus in a near great comeback. I mean, again, we were looking at the 140 to 70 mark. I think it ended up getting up to like a 155 to 72. So, I mean, again, we are approaching a 100-point lead for the side of Animus, and the game ends at only a 38-point difference. A single extra team fight win for the side of Omni could have absolutely turned that game around, and they were very close to doing so. And you know, we were talking a little bit earlier, Verdict, about how we were seeing less 40 bombs with the removal of Quick Fix. You know, can we look at the stats here? 41 Durari, 49 Narcs, 49 Shark, 46 Marvel, 42 Grizz, 50 Cathelia, 42 for Denisio, 40 for Capo, and 39 for Jim. I mean, granted it was a longer hardpoint. There's a ton of kills in this lobby.
Yeah. There's a ton of kills. This is a scrappy takeoff. You know, this may not be a small map, but they covered every inch of it and made it look small. It was just a ridiculous amount of trades going back and forth. I think the thing that really, like, shut this Omni team down, you look at the score spread, it's 38 points, right? How many points did Animus get off the rip uncontested on that P1 the first time around?
30-something?
Bingo. That's where it's got to, you got to have a strong start. If you're not going to start strong, you got to contest strong. You got to be able to take those players out. It is a 360 point of view in that fountain side. There's no way Animus get 30, I think it was like almost 40 going into that P2 transition. And you expect to win. You know, if it's this close, you're playing on the back burners of a comeback the entire time. There's no way you make that comeback when you give up hills like that. I mean, you didn't get a single point off of it. I would have respected a little bit more of a contest other than maybe capitalizing off of it. But there's no way you win a game starting off 38 points in the hole and it was that scrappy. It's just not happening. You know, early mistakes you pay for later on down the road, and here we are. Early mistakes, a 250 to 212 win. I'm not saying that game was a mistake and, you know, Animus won from that. I'm saying Omni can't afford to give 38-point hills without putting a little bit of time on the hill themselves or contesting even. It's just not happening, especially not against an Animus team.
Yeah, and I do believe we had, if I'm mathing correctly here, a 23 kill lead for the side of Animus, which is not a ton for how long that game was.
That was all tie to die, bro. It was like 30 and 54.
Yeah, I mean that's very true. I had a rough game, but I mean, again, if you think about it early on, everybody was negative on the side of Omni, with the exception, I think Capo is like 15 and 14 before he found another kill. I know I called out he was 15 and 12 and was positive. Well, it fell apart for a couple lives there, and then they were able to bounce back. But again, part of that is I feel like if Omni came to this game a little bit more warmed up,
True.
maybe they had a chance. Maybe they had a little bit more of a chance to win that one.
I don't think that's an excuse because you saw Jim and Gathelia come through the ring.
Listen,
they had been warming up all before.
But
this is a team that
okay, they were streaming. Does that mean they were warming up as a team though?
That doesn't matter, dude. You're individually warmed up. You already have a game plan coming into the day. Well, at least I hope you have a game plan coming into the day. Right now, that game plan is going to take us to a game 2 search and destroy on Hackney Yard. So, warm or not, ready or not, here we come. This is it right here. This is a make or break moment for the side of Omni. They should have been prepared and obviously weren't on that P1 the first time around. That's all I'm saying. It's not a negative comment. It's maybe a little bit of constructive criticism now. The B-side push comes through. Rather unorthodox, but Shark able to get the bomb plant down. 1-for-1 trades, make it 1-for-2. As Drari gonna pick up 1, Grizz drops. Bombs planted, the deed's been done. 40 seconds on the clock. Tell you with the worst god timing right there. That was tough.
Yeah, Durari with a good slide on the corner there is going to leave Tie-to-Die left alone in a 1v4. The bomb is already planted by the side of Animus, and Narcs coming through with the pistol whip there at the end, picking up round number 1. Side of Animus, who might be looking to close things out in a potential 2-0 here. We'll have to see if Omni can bounce back. Obviously, we'd be looking at the likes of Capo to maybe find a first blood with the sniper, but I think he's got a Type 25 out. Yeah, he's rocking a Type 25. No sniping out of Capo today. Interesting.
Nope. First blood does come through. Marvel going to catch Jim on the transition. Narcs looking to catch some slackers on the backside. Grizz actually going to take down Denicio. Denicio might be the sniper. Grizz, just what are you doing, bro? I couldn't even switch over to you fast enough before I could realize that you were getting more kills. Drari gonna fall from heaven. Does win the gunfight. Drari, why are you sniping, my guy? Just ridiculous. And now we got a 1v4. This is a very similar scenario to the first round. Will Omni be able to learn from it and capitalize next round? Because right now, there's only 20 seconds on the fight, or the clock. And Capo's got some fight night boxing gloves out, so... I mean, maybe 1 or 2, but definitely not 4, right? No. Not even 1. That's tough. 10 seconds left. Of course, the round wasn't going in favor of Omni. Right now, we got a 2-0, and things are looking very solid for the side of Animus.
Well, Animus lead 2-0, so of course things are looking good for them, and we also just know the talent that Animus brings to the table. They did have a little bit of a flub against Anarchy, but we know this is a top, one of the top European teams, so Omni definitely need to step up here if we want to see a game 3, and right now it just doesn't look to be the case as Marvel and Girari come through with an extra 2. Narcs taken down to Denicio, leaves Ty once again left alone, gets flashbanged, and then Marvel comes through and gives him some of the pew-pew to go with it.
Yep. You know, first 2 rounds weren't enough. We saw round 3 where it was a 1v5, so Omni very much so digressing. It's just not getting better here in the Search and Destroy. Of course, Animus, possibly one of the best EU Search and Destroy teams. That's debatable. On any given Sunday, we'll see this team put up hella numbers in Search and Destroy. Right now, Capo finally finding a little bit of peace. Takes down Grizz. Bombs planted, though. It's 40 seconds on the clock. You can see Drari up top. He's super weak. Dropping down low.
Enemy contact.
Ty gonna catch him there, and Marvel gonna get the refrag. Denicio drops. Marvel gonna get taken down, and now a little bit of life here in this Search and Destroy, but it's still a 3v2 scenario, and Sharks and Narcs make that just Sharks. Because guess what? Narcs is dropped, and Capo gonna find that one. Gathelia bites the bullet there. The contest comes through. Ty, my guy, Ty. Bro, let's not talk about that one. I don't know how that call didn't come through. Capo, shark clutches. This is tough. And on top of that,
goodness.
God, good night, bro.
Yo, Capo.
Shut the front door. It's about as demoralizing as it can get.
That was pretty hard to watch. If Omni haven't mentally checked out before that round, they just did.
I'm not even playing it. I got him mentally checked out there.
Yeah, that was hard to watch. Had the head glitch and everything. Canceled his reload a little bit early, and got turned on. I mean, that's rough, man. But looking like we're probably getting an Animus W here. We're down to a 2v2. This is the most alive Omni have looked in the Search and Destroy so far. Marvel, however, going to take down Jim. It's now Capo left alone in a 1v2. Can he clutch it up? There's 25 seconds on the clock. He's got to find 2 kills and a defuse. I mean, I guess theoretically he could just find the defuse, but with the positioning that Marvel and Shark are playing right now, it ain't happening, bud.
Yeah, that's tough, dude. Capo going to find Marvel at the expense of running into that sweaty Rose skin. If you're a Warzone fan like Day and I, you already know that well, Day doesn't know. I lived through the traumatic experience of the Rose era, and it's long gone since Caldera's here, but if you ever played for Dance, you can go ahead and tell you
Every
are
dark
never
corner.
safe. Every
Yeah.
dark corner was held by at least 1 or 2 Rose skins. Right now, the sweaty in the lobby is Marvel, and bro is just not slowing down Narcs. This is about as disrespectful as I've ever seen a matchup in. 6-0 in a Hack the Yard Search or Destroy. They had one round that they could have possibly won. It was a 1v3, but Shark just absolutely goated. I wanted to clip it, but I felt
Bad?
I just felt like that may not have been the best move for me.
Alright, chat, clip it. Easy.
You can go back and clip it. I was literally shaking my head and scratching it at the same time. I was in awe. Just ridiculous. Very unfortunate for the side of Omni is, you know what, I bet you we feel like jackasses, don't we? At the beginning of the season, after qualifiers, we were talking about Omni being a top 3 team.
I thought, dude.
I thought, man, I still hold, I see a lot of promise in that team, but after that Search and Destroy, that was tough, dude. That's mentally defeating. I didn't even play it. I feel like I got my ass kicked.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. That was definitely a great game for the side of Animus. However, we did have one player skip the kill cam, so that's a little bit rough. Trying to figure out who it was off the top of my head.
It was definitely Grizz.
Oh, yep, Grizz was playing today. Yep.
Well,
Yep. So Narc's coming through with 4, Marvel with 9 on the board, Shark with 8, Durari with 4. And look, I mean, we could stop there. We didn't even have to consider how many kills Grizz had, because, I mean, Narcs combines for what Denicio and Tidedai have, and well, Shark outfrags what Capo, Gathilia, and Jim have, and then
5
you
kills.
have Durari with 4, and
5 kills is what Grizz had. I can do
5
math
kills,
too.
yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, you had more kills between Narcs and Shark than you had on the entire team of Omni. And that doesn't even include the fact that Marvel had 9, and then between Durari and Grizz, they had another 9. So, very, very convincing win for the side of Animus.
Animus just steamrolling. Omni just downright disrespected. Another day, another dollar for this Animus squad, but, you know, back to square one for that Omni roster who showed a lot of promise at the beginning of the season, right now are falling, and I don't know if they're going to be able to get up, bro. It's tough, dude. You get knocked out by an Animus squad. You know, you had that was a stout-ass Hardpoint game, bro. I was, like, super pumped coming into this Search and Destroy, but then I remembered it was Animus playing, and then we saw the first 5 rounds. I mean, guys, it was over with after that 4th round where we saw Shark clutch a 1v3 that he had no business clutching. As a matter of fact,
I mean,
he had no business winning that gunfight.
Yeah.
I mean, you tell me you're not going to defuse
even
the
though
bomb.
he played time, even though he played time and won the round, he should have died for it, right? That's the
yeah.
reality,
There was no punishment. No, you know, GG's. All right, we're going to get geared up for our 3rd series of the night. I'm not 100% sure if Olympus is on board, as we were having a little bit of a roster issue before the stream began. So we're going to touch base with them and make sure everything's smooth sailing, as we're going to get geared up for our 3rd series, and I hope it's a closer one than we saw in the 2nd one, because the first game was a banger. The 2nd, I probably could have skipped the kill cam there too. So, yeah, we're going to hear a quick word from COD Mobile. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back with some more action. Elysium and Olympus looking to throw hands. We'll find out who's the best of the best there after this break. Alrighty, we are back, ready to roll here for series number 3, and this is certainly going to be a close one, as we were talking about the matchups of the day. The first two were close as close as they could get. This one's certainly going to be a banger. Elysium and Olympus here set to square off in a best of 3 in day. I know we're talking about this Elysium roster a lot during qualifiers, but they are certainly showing to improve, whereas even the qualifiers winners, the champions of that qualifier series, kind of fallen shy and just absolutely, you know, taking a nosedive into the progress that they have made over the last few weeks now. As we're getting geared up for that third series, what are your thoughts? You know, we just watched.
I'm gonna be honest with you here. I think saying that Elysium have been looking better is a stretch. I think they looked decent against Animus last week. They did get 2-0'd, but it looked like they had some better rotations. Maybe they're playing a little bit better together, but I've got to see it more than once. You know what I mean? So that's going to be the biggest thing for me in this sense. They're up against maybe not as difficult of an opponent in Olympus. I certainly don't put Olympus up to the standard of Animus, but they're definitely a strong team. Especially with the addition of Leader recently. I believe they added Leader and Ragox, who we don't see Ragox playing today, but definitely another big name. So we'll see. But I do think we're just about all readied up. Our map rotation to start things off is going to be a Hardpoint on Hackney Yard. So definitely can be an intense matchup. I think this is where the overall kill record for Mobile Mayhem currently stands at 54. Was a LATAM player, S-Thug, coming through on a Hackney Yard. So we'll see as soon as we get into the game. But our second map is going to be oops, I'm on the NA schedule. Maybe. We are on Hackney Yard to start things off, but I was definitely
I got it pulled up. I got you.
Yeah, raid, search and destroy, and take off Dom. I fixed the problem.
There we go. Problem fixed. Uncle Blood came through with the raid. Absolutely loving it, bro. Keep the vibes going. All the viewers, Scott, man, we appreciate you here as we're going to get geared up for series number 3. Game number 1. Will Elysium start to finally click, or we see Olympus take the top side of the hill right now? Aries going to find some shots. Going to find 1 kill. Bottom side of the van was very, very interesting spot to peek, and sure enough finds 2 to go along with it. So Reverse gets bodied right now. We're looking at a back and forth affair as the break comes through, and, you know, off the back of a great P1, we've seen P2s roll with the momentum, and right now, So Reverse going to be taken out yet again, but he finds 2 to go along with it before he drops. So back and forth, Spawn's going to be fault fit. I'm seeing Reverse spawn right there on the backside. Oh my god. 2 in a feed, almost gets a third, but St. Laurent, not St. Laurent, that's actually Noxy. His second account got banned, so bro is just having a series of unfortunate events happen so far.
Yeah, so far been pretty rough there. We do have a little bit of a lead right now for the side of Olympus, but look who's set up for P2. Elysium making a good early rotation. We'll have to see if they can hold it. They are looking a little bit tighter as a team once again, so got to give them credit for that, but can they bring the gun skill that they need here to the table? That should have been a free kill onto Jire up top, and instead they get taken down. And that's a major break for the side of Olympus, but it looks like the retake comes through. So some interesting, favorable respawns that may be a little bit undeserved by the side of Elysium, but that's neither here nor there because they've got control of the point.
Yep, solid job so far. You can see it, about a 20-point advantage going in favor of... I'm looking at the titles. I don't think the names are right on the stream. Elysium or Tony. Yeah, we've got the names wrong. I'm sorry, guys. I knew I wasn't tripping. I knew that you know, things didn't look right, but sure enough, I had to look at Discord to confirm. I was like, I don't think that's Olympus. Right now, we're seeing a 20-point advantage or 11-point advantage nearly, going in favor of Olympus as the P3 spawns come through. Tony going to be taken down. Elysium going to be on the back sides of the spawn sites. We've got 1 in yellow for the side of Olympus. That's leader looking to anchor down some time here on the backside. Maybe solidify those spawns for that P4 to P5 rotation, which is right around the corner now. 45 seconds left on the hill. Noxie going to be able to find that one kill, and that could anchor that spawn site for now. We'll see how it pans out now as we do see Elysium get in that P3 spawn site. They are going to go ahead and hold a few uncontested now. This is an interesting play because you normally don't see this much time go through without at least 1 or 2 shots coming through and firing off. Goliath does take a few hits, takes a concussion. Ranby for the contest, going to get the follow-up. He gets laced. Leader wants some smoke too. Does peek it, does get taken out. Oh my god, Goliath finding a lot of value with his life. Picked up a lot of time on the hill, and that's going to give the advantage for the time being over the side of Elysium.
Yeah, just about a tie game right now between these two teams. Noxie does pick up a kill that he absolutely did not deserve there, but it happens. Just looking on through some stuff here. I will make note that an interesting pace of the rule change has opted for a lot of players to run dead silence even in respawns, which is obviously going to be something way different than previous seasons, so probably a lot of opportunity to sneak up on some of these backside rotations without getting hurt out necessarily as much. But it is actually going to be Elysium taking a lead here, leading about just a little under 20 points, but Goliath is frying, dude. 17 and 8, leading the lobby in kills and ratio.
Cringe plus ratio right now as he gets a break there on that P4 rotation, bottom green. Super sweaty. He gets 2, make it a third. Nope, leader says absolutely not. Hold beer right there. Finds his 12th, is going to be instantly traded though. So Rebirth has been so fantastic on the transitions, bro. May not be positive as much as Goliath, but certainly adding a lot of value. He's got 35 seconds on the hill as well as Goliath with that 48. Goliath is just a model player for this Elysium squad right now because dude has the best KD, has the best hill time to go along with it. Right now, the P5 spawn sites are going to be held. Tony pulls out his operator, does not get anything out of it. Doesn't fire a shot, though, and that's key because the P5 break comes through. He's still going to have that to use. You're just going to have to wait a few more moments. Saint Laurent, a.k.a. Noxie, going to come through, finds 5, or leader finds 5. Good night, leader. What were you on, my guy?
Well, 15-point lead remains in favor of Elysium, who are actually showing up big here in this series. We'll have to see if they can keep it up. Again, it's largely been on the back of Goliath frying out because the rest of the team not doing so hot. I mean, you know what? Noxie's doing pretty solid, 25 and 14.
Yeah,
but,
I'm about to say, dude is popping off, yeah.
Yeah, Machine is, net neutral. Tony is essentially net neutral. And, Reverse is only sitting up a couple kills. Look over at the opposition, and you can definitely see that Elysium is a team that can bring frags to the table, and that's something we've seen from them in the past, but they have difficulty closing out games, and again, the teamwork seems to fall off in their series. Like, the longer a series goes, it seems like their rotations get sloppier. They get maybe a little bit too full of themselves by slaying out, so I'll be interested to jump into some comms with them actually, and see how they're managing this.
Yeah, we'll see
how they're working together, and maybe we can see if that continues to be the trend.
Yeah, we'll see now. We're gonna go ahead and jump in with a quick Elysium VC listen and bear with us as we join in.
Push guys.
Yeah, balcony.
One dead.
One next.
One more dead. I'm pushing. Nice pushing. One, press one.
Car. I can use lightning, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, we don't have spawn.
Yeah, but bro, listen. Come right side. Come right side.
Is dead?
Nope, sir. What happened?
Nothing, bro. I was
I'm pushing.
Go.
You got this one. That's
I got
Nice.
Vortex.
Hold right side, hold right side.
Let's
Hold
not
right
bottom. Dead, bottom.
Watch stairs.
No.
Let's have this one.
I
Bottom.
Bottom, guys, bottom.
Sparrow. You got Sparrow, you got Sparrow.
Yeah,
Nah, one is on top,
Go
one
now.
is on top.
we need to go now.
Yeah.
Police car.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, go now, go now. Go. Don't feed, don't feed, don't feed.
I got yellow.
One is pushing mid.
I go top.
Mid.
Mid, bottom.
One pushing top team.
Dead.
Catwalk, guys, catwalk.
Dead. One more is pushing. I'm
One
dead.
top team.
One on mid.
Team,
One
bro,
top
they
team.
All right. I'm gonna let you have the first word, Dave. I'm gonna let you go ahead and say it.
I mean, it wasn't the worst comms I ever heard, but I gotta say there was a lot of mismatching information. There was maybe some callouts that weren't necessarily accurate or helpful. I think the most specific one is we had actually 3 players at the police car, and there was only a call out of police car, not how many people were there. I definitely think at one point there I heard a low call out, and I'm like, dude, I was literally just watching you. You landed 1 bullet. Like, let's give your team accurate information.
Oh, baby, we all know how accurate information is absolutely crucial, especially in a game such as this where everything's
The
kind of
comms weren't bad. I mean, the comms were fine. They were staying positive, but there was some
they weren't great.
inconsistencies.
They were nowhere near great. And I'm not saying that because they were terrible, but they just were not great. Right now, they do have a 1-point deficit now as P4 comes through, and maybe just so, I guess to each their own. People have their own style of playing the game, and, it's a lot of lax, and I don't know, bro. I'm not saying they sound depressing, but the voices just weren't as... Tony was hype. For the most part. Everyone else, I don't know. It just seemed kind of like a drag.
Sleeping.
Yeah, the rest of the team is sleeping right now. They are sleeping on this objective, and they're sleeping on Olympus because the point is going to be taken over. The break comes through. It's a massive OBJ time going to come through. Saint Laurent, a.k.a. Noxy, a.k.a. we don't know who the hell this is, actually. We just let him in because we had to have a series. I'm kidding. Right now, we're looking at a 187, 176, and I think Day hit it on the head earlier. The longer the games last, the longer the matchup lasts, the less the attention span just seems to favor the side of Elysium because they started off strong. They had a hell of a lead. Going into that P3 transition, the P2, they get the break, and they just kind of slip and spiral off the backs of that. So Goliath here going to find the kill there on Airy, and Airy might be able to... Good night, dude. Just imagine spawning right in front of a person you just got killed by, and then getting killed by that person yet again. That is toxic.
Sounds like Vanguard, bro.
Yo, COD Mobile don't got nothing on Vanguard. Vanguard is about as broken as it gets.
Vanguard would be such a great game if they fixed the spawns, but I mean, that's a conversation for another day.
Yeah, that sounds like another 2-hour obligation to the spawn that I'm not willing to have again.
Fair enough, but does look like we have a big hill for Olympus here. Haven't really seen a whole lot of movement from Elysium for a minute. And they actually do get a break onto the hill, which is big. Again, this has largely been the Goliath and Noxy show for the side of Elysium, keeping the team in the game. But, ooh, that's going to be a big pick, taking one out of top window. Going to give Jire a position up top. Going to find an extra kill. And working on a Pred missile at this point. Now only 16 points to go for the side of Olympus, but Elysium could still make it happen if they can find some sort of groove here. They're first on the P1 reset. This can be a decent one to hold, and they're only a full objective away from picking up a dub here. We'll see.
Yeah, it's tough when Tony's the only one in the objective and everyone's starting to finally pile in. He does get taken down, but gonna be quickly avenged. Airy on the backside looking to make the rotation through that tire shop. Is gonna get some top control here. Gets shots on Noxy. That's one. Tony's one shot. That's two. One right on the opposite side of the window. He's gonna jump right in and... Oh, please don't tell me, Goliath, you lose that. You had every bit of the advantage. The assist comes through. The break back and forth affair, and we might be seeing this end up in a P2 scrappy tire shop now.
You want me to be honest with you right now to make a call out? I think Olympus is throwing. I think Olympus is
No, they got this in the bag right here.
Look-
There's
look,
5
they-
seconds
they're-
left, and there's nobody near them to
You're not
contest.
wrong. So they played chance on winning that gunfight, and it came down to exact time. We ticked over to 0 seconds for them to win. They only had 10 seconds to go, and they completely abandoned spawns for P2. If they would have lost that gunfight on that hill, they lost the game. That was a super risky call. They could have just set up for a 10-second hold on P2 and almost guaranteed themselves the win.
I agree. I don't think you're wrong there. And you know what? P2 is about as impossible to break as
it worked. It worked. The play they made worked. But when you have the opponents in a situation where they cannot win on that P1, they needed 10 more seconds on that P1, and it just wasn't there. They could have played safe and just guaranteed the win. I think they made a really risky call, and the spawns that were coming through for Elysium was all P2 favor because, again, Olympus pushed up. If they lost that gunfight, it was lights out for them. They almost threw that game.
They almost threw that game, but let's be fair. You know, as hard as P2 is to break, we saw 2 breaks come through almost instantly in favor of Olympus earlier. You look at the second rotation around, the break came through about 30 seconds in for the side of Elysium, but it literally lasted for 5 seconds. So their retake abilities are absolutely on point. I can't deny that. But I do have to agree with you in the fact that it was a risky call, but with a lot of risk comes a lot of reward, and that reward was a 1-0 advantage. So 250 to 225, questionable calls towards the end, but you know, if you're not willing to make those questionable calls in the right time and the appropriate timing, sometimes you'll see that P2 in. You don't know where that game's going to go. You don't know how much 10 seconds
That
can
was
change.
a lot of faith in their gunfights on that hill, though. That was a lot of faith.
Yeah, well, I'm going to have to roll with the fact that they won it, so I can't, you know, go back and look at the VOD right now. I'll look back on it later, and maybe we'll agree to disagree for now. And, you know, I'll have to say it was a risky call because I was looking at the timer, too, and it was just absolutely, you know, it was ridiculous how close it was. And, you know, you lose one gunfight, and the game goes out of control from there. So, who knows? We're going to get geared up for that game. Look. I get it.
I think there's only 1 kill advantage on the side of Olympus.
And that one gunfight was probably the one that helped them win that
5,
last
4,
point.
So +1, -8, 5, 6. Yeah, there's only 1 more kill on the side of Olympus. The fact that they chanced that on a gunfight on that P1 hill is bold. Again, it worked for them. But that was brave.
Yeah, it was very brave indeed. Now, as we're getting geared up for that game too, Raid Search and Destroy. I have it pulled up on my map, and I'm reading some YouTube chat. Nemesis Gaming says COD champs should have had 250 hardpoint, 200 dom for champs.
Yeah, we could not agree more.
You know what? I'm 100% on board with it, and the players will probably tell you hell no. I will be right there. Just if they ask us to sign a petition, I'll be the first person there.
Listen, to be fair, it would have had to be a 3-day event if there were 250 hardpoint games, because that was already like 10-hour broadcast, man. It would have had to be like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday event.
Typically speaking, for COD LAN events, they have Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
But
you're
it's
not wrong.
way less teams. Way less teams. So
There's what, 8 teams in the CDL?
There's, yeah. No, there's more than 8. No, there's 8. I thought there was 12.
There is 12.
Okay, I was about to say I'm not 100%.
I think there was 8 that competed in the Rocker event.
You watch that boring stuff?
I
and
sort
a
of
1,
did.
a 2, a 3,
3, and 4.
And that is going to be the ace for whoever the hell it was. That was just a snooze fest, bro. I watched Merc and Maven last night cast a Rebirth event, and bro, I missed them dearly. I didn't realize how great they are of a duo. I always like rave and rant whenever I see Miles and Chance, because I don't know what it is. Chance just does it for me, dude. Chance is so A1 with it. He is like the perfect like go-to guy. Like Miles on the 1-2 punch, and then you got Chance come through with some of the just ridiculous timing. You know, and his casts are just, I mean, A1. Go back and rewatch that. Any time that they cast, just how great their synergy is.
12 teams in the CDL, and there was 16 teams in each of the Stage 5 finals.
This guy is not listening, guys. I'm sitting here ranting and raving about Merc and Maven, and he's talking about the team still. Jesus Christ, Dave, go shave your head. I don't want to see that hair anymore. I want to see that bald head so I can say, hey, did you buff the top side tonight? Let's see that shiny forehead, my guy. Bam! It's a shiny head full of no hair. Get your
Something
Tin
like
the
that.
Tap Man on, my guy. All right, we're going to be flipping sides, it looks like. Nope, no, yes, maybe, I don't know. St. Laurent needs to move up. That's what he needs to do. Oh, Ramvy need to move down. That makes sense. All right, we're going to be flipping sides and getting geared up as, if you missed it. So far tonight, I'll go ahead and pull up the results so far so I can catch you guys up. If you missed it so far. 2-0 in favor of 117 not found over Illuminati. Animus take that smooth 2-0 and a 6-0 just demoralizing search and destroy win over Omniscient. It was just a brutal game to watch. And right now we're in the middle of the Olympus and Elysium matchup, which at the moment is favoring Olympus. Even on the backs of having a 1-kill lead going into the end of that hardpoint. Made a questionable call. It paid off that time, but a better team would have made you pay for it. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I think Day and I can agree with that. In that sense, you make a rotation over the that P1, you completely abandon P2, you don't win a 1-2 gunfights. That's it, dude. They got spawns for that next hill. We all know how hard Tire Shop is, and a good team's not going to let you break, even if you're on top of your game. So that is the two matchups we've seen so far, and right now we're getting geared up for that Search or Destroy on Raid, which is right around the corner, so certainly make it to be a banger of a day, because right now it's like 4 p.m. Eastern time. We've been live for right at, what, 2 hours? Yeah, 2 hours and 10 minutes. Yeah, we're killing it. Day, did you leave? Hello, Day! Don't leave me! Hello? Day has dipped out. Day said, you know what, chat? I don't like you guys anymore. Day said, verdict, you can keep your chubby cheeks, cute face, and your smooth haircut. That's right, I got a haircut. I'm quitting. He turned in his Discord roles, and we're going to be doing it solo for right now. I'm obviously kidding. Day would never leave me, right? I hope not. Day, don't leave, verdict! We're going to see this transition over to A. Leader finds first blood. Tony. Take it out real quickly there. Now we're gonna see.
I am back. Sorry about that.
Oh, hello.
The city's doing some water line work, so I tried to take a break to go let them in through the gate so that they could
gotcha.
do their stuff. Yeah. Oh, leader. Oh, leader gets taken down by Goliath. It's now 2 versus 2 as the 3v3 trade comes in. It's Goliath and Noxy up against Mare and RZM, and RZM gonna take down Noxy. We got 1 apiece for Mare and RZM and 2 for Goliath, so if Goliath can clutch us up, he'd have 4 on the board for the first round, but gotta be honest, I don't know if you can rely Elysium on one of your players to carry through. It is only the first round, so obviously a lot can happen, but the free B bomb plant comes through for RZM, and now they have the 2-player set up for defense here, and up here at Laundry, they've got a great position to watch from. You got a lot of sight that can be covered by RZM here, and Mare trying to make sure that nobody is able to rotate from behind. So we'll see. I think RZM should get a sight line on Goliath. Definitely got the call out. Goliath was looking for the wall bang. Grenade gonna be out for RZM. Not quite gonna find, but it's gonna deny the hill time. Oh, but Mare finds it.
Yeah, man, it's like you transition right into 2 people who know exactly where you're coming from. That was a difficult transition to make, and, it's a 1v2. There's not much you can do there. So Goliath not able to clutch it up, and sure enough, we got a 1-0 lead, and Olympus, backs of a 1-0 lead in the series right now, could close this out here early, but, oh my god, Goliath. Gonna be first blood, no 1v2 clutch for you to, pick up this search or destroy round, because bro rounded the corner of driveway and pretty much got knocked by a beamer. I don't know what came out of that driveway. They just smacked him a little silly, and Push towards this B site. So far, so good here. Olympus taking some more shots. So Rebirth's about 50% going to be able to fall back. And call's going to come through. Machine is going to get the trade. Now we got a 1v1. Bomb is right there on the B site. The car's been exploded. Leader gets one, but Tony on the refrag. Tony on 2. We see about minute and 8 left on the clock for Leader to clutch up. Is not going to be able to take more than 2 steps after collecting that bomb because Tony, he hits those.
Well, it's all tied up 1-1 as Elysium's able to come through. Tony landing some good shots there. We'll have to see where this round 3 takes us. Obviously, we've got a total of 3 more rounds if you include this one for the... Tony
Oh my god, Tony. What was that?
I'm pretty sure that was a collat off the head glitch. Nice shot by Tony there. Definitely
Through the smoke,
opens the way
too.
for Elysium.
Through
Yeah,
the
through the
smoke,
smoke,
just-
over the head glitch. Just really well crosshair placement.
Through the smoke, over the head glitch, to the hills we go. Let's go. Granny's house is next, but I don't believe Granny lives here. This is way too nice of a complex for her to afford. Right now, we're looking at the sites here in top modern, or top bedroom, whatever you guys want to call it. I think modern's the call for red. Maybe I might be wrong. Maybe I'm right. I don't know. Leader and area going to be the last 2 alive now as, you know, the round starts off with an obliterating 2-piece, the collat from Tony, and making some great use from that holiday skin. Absolutely love it here. About a minute left on the clock. Erie does have the bomb, and they're rotating right in front of my guy Noxy, who has not been banned once, but he has been banned twice. Once on his ult, and this time around, he's not going to get the better of that trade. So, once on his ult, once on his main account. Dude is just absolutely very unfortunate timing right there. As the 2-for-1 push comes in. It does favor Airy and Leader. Leader putting some good shots on Laundry. Bomb's going to go down, and now, even though with a 2v3 advantage, you're looking at a solid round here if Leader can clutch it now, because Airy dropped. Machinist gets the kill. Tony going to come through on the backside. That is going to be another round in a row for the side of Elysium.
That looks to be the case. A big 2-1 lead for Elysium here. Real question is, can they push us to a game 3, or are they delaying the inevitable? We'll have to see. Olympus, they looked strong through a majority of the Hackney Yard, but towards the mid and second half of that game, it was definitely not in complete control for them. Again, that was a very, very close finish, and right now we're in a incredibly tough search and destroy. You know, Tony is just lacing people off this heady at pool.
He might have almost gotten a hit marker there on Mari. If it would have been a hit marker, he would have definitely been dead, because only thing you could have seen there, again, is the head glitch. Is someone's head. So the DLQ slap, 7 on board for Tony. Push is going to be shut down poolside. Not the right move now. Tony is going to be naded right here, and I don't think he's going to get hit markered. I don't think it's going to do anything there. That's tough. You know, you chuck a nade, hopefully get some kind of information, at least. You know, if you don't get a kill, didn't get anything off of it. So no value from the nade. Tony's still holding the point. Might have made the wrong move coming off the head glitch, though, because he repositioned on the backside of court. And Ramvi just absolutely... I mean, there's no way you miss a shot there. So 2v3 still player advantage. Oh, my God. Noxy, dude, did you not get the call out? Courtside's compromise. Staircase, not yours, homie.
Well, the 3-1 advantage is in favor of Olympus right now, and they've got Goliath pinned down. Sure enough, they're going to pick that one up, and it's going to tie up the first half. One more round to go. One of these teams is going to take an advantage before the sides flip, and then it's almost a whole different game at that point. The strategy that these teams are going to be bringing to the table are going to be different, and we'll just have to see. You can see RZM up top looking for someone to go into the sniper's nest there. Can't quite find anybody. Rest of the team looking like they want to make a B push here.
You can see it. They're trying to, you know, play their lives here. They're trying to play a little more conservative, not give the opponents any kind of advantages off the rip, and Goliath actually might be in a compromised position here. Actually make it Airy. Airy pays for his deeds as Airy trades. RZM does get Tony, so that's a massive trade in my opinion. Ramvi bites the bullet too, so you don't have Tony, but guess what? You got Goliath, but not for long, because Mari comes through, picks up that kill, picks up their 5th, and now we got a 3v3. 2-for-2 trades coming in. Machinist on the opposite side of the wall. Of course, Mari can't see what we see, or else he would have known. Those wall bangs are lethal right now. About a minute left on the clock here. Leader with the bomb in hand. Looking to make this poolside push. So a little bit of a different approach. I think you clear Tony off, you might have a chance at this A-side. You know, we saw what happened last round. A-side get compromised, Tony gets taken down, and a round in favor of Olympus. And right now, Olympus looking to make that same push over. Gonna be halted for the time being. Machinist trying to get a different angle, and he might have walked right into Murray, but Murray not gonna peek that money side head glitch. And 30 seconds on the clock. A little bit of time wasted here for the side of Olympus, but hey, we'll see if they can make that time count.
Well, it's a 3v3. There's 24 seconds on the clock. Leader does have the bomb in hand, but they don't really have a safe avenue to get in here. They go for the push. Looks like Reburst's going to get taken down, but Machine here for the refrag. Leader now going for the bomb plant. You can see Machine starting to push around. Noxy just now coming in. Machine is going to find one. Leader now getting pinned down. Got two players pushing. That's going to be Noxy cleaning that one up. And Elysium gonna take the advantage as we get ready to flip sides.
That's tough, man. Yeah, I was looking at Saint Laurent. Looked like he wants to jump off the side of the map. This ain't Cold War, my friend. This is a family-friendly environment. You can't commit those kind of, you know, tragic accidents. And, you know, 2v1, you get pinned down. Two guys literally pushing you at the same time. It's super difficult to pan out. And it didn't help that, you know, Mari didn't win that gunfight. That was a crucial one to win. Sure enough, Machinist does. That's going to be the deciding factor now. 3-2. Elysium. Oh, my God, Leader. Why are you so gross with it? Just an absolute beast with the shots right there. Finds his third. Doesn't even let man dip his feet in the pool for too long. Machinist, where the hell did you come from? Full flank. Finds two. RZM Leader dropped. Two players left to deal with. That's Ranby. Oh, Ranby's gone. 4v1 scenario. Mari looking to pick up the pieces, and this is a tough one. Bomb's going to go down, and Mari's going to rotate right in front of Machinist. Machinist sprays and prays for good night. 4-2 now. Lead getting a little out of hand here.
All right, now it's looking like we might get ready to see a game 3 if Elysium are able to keep up the action here. Olympus kind of falling apart a little bit in these later search and destroy rounds. But they're obviously still in it. And again, we've switched sides, so they do have an opportunity to play on the defense now. Looks like RZM had a free kill onto Tony mid, but ends up having to push way too far up for it because he missed a couple shots there early, and that's going to be Machinist getting the refrag. Going to find Ranvi as well. It's now a 4-3 advantage as far as player lives go in favor of Elysium.
Push comes through. Oh, man, Noxy pushes his twos, and I like that. So Reburst able to get the refrag, but it was a 3v3, now it's a 2v2, so bomb does go down, so the advantage, I guess, is in favor of the team with the bomb solidified. Guess what? Leader there, they play their twos very well as well, so Mari gonna take some shots. Leader, what the hell, man? Nobody turned around. What was that? Great plays. Just a phenomenal one from Goliath. He hits those, 8 kills on board. The bomb didn't even go down. That is, I mean, you played your twos well, but nobody was watching the back door. And a, you know, smooth criminal bandit in the night comes through. Didn't even expect it.
Bomb acquired.
Well, it's going to be first blood for Ranvi taking down Tony. Olympus, I think they were the favorite to come into this series, but Elysium have definitely stepped things up from last week. They stepped it up from where they were in qualifiers, and they continue to do work here, looking like a much stronger team at this point. And we do get the refrag, but Mayor going to take down Noxy. That's going to leave Machinist, Goliath, and Reburst in a 3 versus 4. We do have the bomb in hand of Reburst, but Jire going to come through, takes down Goliath. Machinist able to pick up one onto Leader.
RCM on the prowl right now, looking for Machinist for that refrag. About a minute on the clock.
Can we talk about how cracked Machinist has been in this search?
He's been pretty cracked. He's got 11 on board. Doing a great job like extending his life, but is he prolonging the inevitable? I don't quite know. RZM's literally got him on the hook, but look at Machinist with the redirect. Isn't going to expect RZM around the corner. That is going to be a 5-3 now. He may be cracked, but that round RZM just had his number. That, you know, it's only so long you can creep and crawl and try and reposition before your opponent, you know, expects what you're doing. And sure enough, holding every angle there. RZM going to pick up his 4th, so 5-3, still match point for the side of Elysium in a much better turnout here. But will they allow this game to get out of hand on the backs of it being too long of a search and destroy? I mean, we're 9 rounds deep now. RZM finds first blood. We've talked about the attention span of this Elysium squad, and right now, they've got every advantage in the book other than the fact of it's a 4v4. So, bomb is in the hands of Soul Rebirth, looking to clear this A site. He's got a little bit of action there from Airy. Airy holding the hell out of this head glitch, and I don't blame him.
Well, Leader picking up one onto Tony makes it look pretty decent for the side of Olympus, but Goliath is there for the refrag. Mare gonna take down Noxie. It's gonna leave Rebirth and Goliath left alone once again in a 2v3. Goliath has 10 on the board, but Rebirth gets taken down. Mare taking no prisoners, just taking lives, puts 12 up on the board, and now it's only a 1-round advantage for the side of Elysium. Can they pull things together and close it out, or are we in another scenario where the later the game goes, the more this team starts to fall apart?
Yo, I'm starting to 100% feel that vibe. Last round is a close round, right? I wouldn't say that it was so much that they lost focus, but they just got to spiral out of control. They're never able to really get their hands back on the ball. Well, right now, they've got an even 3v3 scenario, make it a 2v3, make it a 1v3. Leader single-handedly picking this team apart. He finds the last 3. I couldn't even switch over quick enough. And we're on match point for both teams, but this time around, it's also a match point for the whole entire series. And that's right, Olympus might have fallen a little earlier in this Search and Destroy game, but have found a lot of life here at the peak, and this is where it gets to the point where, Elysium, can you close it out here? Can you take us to that game 3? Or are you going to let Dave be right?
We've switched sides again. We've switched sides again, and Elysium looked really solid on the defense earlier, so maybe they can pull together this last round. I mean, look where Goliath is. Why? Why are you here?
Why? Because I can, Day. Look, Airy wants to smoke.
He better get kills
right?
here. He better get kills here.
This is like Day when Day's in Warzone with me. He's like, Verdict, where the hell are you? Oh, I'm all the way in no man's land, bro. You're in Narnia. Oh, gets one, but Ramby, how the heck did you get that nade up there? Interessante. Very, very interesting. Now, 1-for-1 trades come through.
Got that Fredward pack.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I'll tell you what, Jerry for Goliath, 6 and 7 for a 12 and 9 is a huge trade for Olympus. But we do lose out on Mare, who had 12 as well. Noxie might have just put the nail in the coffin and pulled one last round together for the side of Elysium. 50 seconds to go. Leader does have the bomb, finds Machinist mid. That's a big one. Now the question is, what play do they make? They've got 40 seconds. It looks like we're committing B. Looks like we're not committing B. It looks like we're confused. All right, maybe we're committing B now.
Oh, RZM with the absolute god-awful COD timing. He was literally peeking that A site, and sure enough, so Rebirth. Literally holding the A bomb head glitch right there. Could have gotten a free kill. Not saying it would have been for free, but, you know, the location for RZM looking to hold off the push through mid now. How the heck did he get over there that quick? You gotta hit those, RZM. I don't know what that was! He had Tony, like, dead to rights.
Oh, my God.
That is
not
just
one,
toxic.
But 2. Yeah, that's rough. There's no way! Oh, my God, RZM's throwing.
Leader isn't.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God, Leader's on that. He's on that.
Yo,
he's on that clutch
seconds,
pack.
12 seconds, 10 seconds.
Oh, Tony,
Tony's
what
down.
the hell?
Reverse.
Oh, no dice.
Nope, it's over. Elysium is just... I can't get behind Elysium, dude. I just can't.
I'll tell you who can get behind Elysium. Olympus right now. They can get behind that.
Listen. They
they
threw the Hardpoint,
just...
and then they threw the Search and Destroy, too.
Bro,
that's the reality here.
Well, you know what? You know how much I hate to say it, but when Day's right, he's right. Elysium, you had a 5-2 lead?
5-2. And then they also were winning the Hardpoint on P3 or P4 or whatever. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's rough. It's rough. It's really rough. They have Slayers on their team. Just I don't know what it is. The longer a game goes, I don't know if they get under each other's skin and voice comms or what.
Hell no! You heard the
Bro.
call-outs. They were not like it's like. Oh, let me paint you a picture, guys. When we play Warzone together, Jay and I, it gets a bit toxic. It gets a bit out of
Listen,
hand.
but we know we're trolling.
We know we're trolling. Yeah. And B comes into our chat last night and was like, "You guys are scary. We're screaming at the top of our lungs. We're grown men yelling at the top of our lungs playing a video game. You jump in the VC of these guys.
To be fair, I don't have a wife and kids to listen in the background to my screaming, so I can be loud.
Wow, Dave. Wow, thank you for selling me out that quickly.
Chose the 3070 life over the kids life.
I have never been so betrayed. You know what? I retract that statement. I watch Showtime shows. I don't know if you guys watch Showtime shows, but I hate you, Showtime. You did me wrong with Dexter, and then on top of that, I don't even know why I even chose to watch Showtime shows after Dexter's New Blood ending. You know what? 9.5 episodes of quality Dexter action, and then a half an episode where everything just got thrown out the window. And then on top of that, you give me a Ray Donovan movie where Ray Donovan gives himself up to the police. I quit. I will no longer watch Showtime ever again.
Listen, from now on, I'm comparing lists. I'm literally calling this the Showtime team.
Okay,
starts off strong and then absolutely throws.
They should rename Elysium to Showtime.
Listen, I want to believe in this team so bad, and I just can't. And you're not wrong. It's not like they were blatantly arguing in the comms earlier. But again, the misinformation that was there, the lack of confirms on callouts. I mean, there are just some really weak comms on the side of Elysium, and I feel like that gets them in a pinch. And maybe we didn't stay in the game long enough before, because we jumped into comms with them when they were doing well in the middle of the game, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
it sounded
they were up. They sounded okay.
They sounded extremely all right. Okay,
they sounded like they were ready to take a nap, bro.
Dude, I wanted to take a nap. I hope I'm not the only one. All right. Hey guys. All right, we're gonna take a short intermission, but before we do, Day's not exposed me. Okay, Day has sold me so many times right now. I would be a fool to think that this guy wouldn't continue to sell me, okay? So, it's nothing that Verdict can't handle. He didn't expose me. He ain't calling me out. Look, Day just says whatever comes to his mind, and I just come to expect it, okay? And the reality of it is, we're both crappers, okay? So, we're going to take a short intermission.
I get plenty of compliments about being savagely truthful about my opinions on the team, so.
All right. We're going to get geared up. Yeah, well, I mean, that's one way to look at it, and We certainly appreciate it, because you know what? If you're not saying it, I promise you there's no one else saying it. Or if they are, they're telling them that they're just complete crap and not giving them any kind of feedback. You know what I mean?
Dude,
we need a pillow like that.
Slayers. They just don't work together as a team.
There we go.
That's it.
Right. Well, this just in. Day is 100% right. You know, again, I don't know what else to say. I'll just accept, defeat, and I'll hand in my resignation, guys. This will be the last time we see Verdict ever again. Day's taking over, baby. It's Day season. All right, we're going to hear a little word from COD Mobile, and then when we come back, we're going to have our last and final series of the night, which, again, kind of missed the schedule there. Aphelion and FN 420. So, certainly going to be an interesting one. We got that series going to be ending up the night, so we'll be right back. We're going to take maybe a 5 to 10 minute intermission. We're going to hear that word from COD Mobile. We will be back to deliver the best action possible. Alrighty, EU, we are back for our last and final matchup of the night. Aphelion versus FN420. And Day, I gotta say, this might be four games or 4 series in a row that we've seen 2-0s across the board. I'm not discounting Aphelion's performance, but we already know that they've gone through a little bit of a roster issue, even in qualifiers. They couldn't make it out then, and were unable to produce a team to play on Tuesday. So here we are Thursday, and we're getting to see the back end of it. So maybe some OP roster changes take place, and maybe they put up a fight and we see a game 3. But how likely is that?
It's hard to say. I mean, AE has been a team that, you know, again, I've wanted to believe in because I was a big fan of Captain in the past. The shotgun use out of him was always strong. And, you know, of course, we saw him pull out the crossbow a little bit and picked up, I think, 3 kills in a search and destroy with that. So I had hopes. But again, the roster consistency has been a big struggle for them. And you look over at the opposition, and a team with multiple stage 5 competitors and in the mix here, 0 negative amounts.
You heard Day here first. No hope for Day, and he's been
Sadly.
right. He's been sadly right for the most part today. So we can't be too harsh here. What I will say is the roster changes that I saw in Discord consist of Zorky out and Frank, who we'll see today, is in, and then also another player change, Yennefer, who I believe was. Man, who was Yennefer? I couldn't even remember who Yennefer was. For the life of me, I can't. Maybe someone in chat will tell me. Lukey, I know I see you in there, so definitely on board to see what you can fill me in on. You know, I'm kind of losing it right now. But Yennefer is out, so it doesn't matter. Saz is in. So right now, the rosters consist of, or the players that are in the lobby for the most part, Captain, Saz, Murad, Frank, and I believe that is Saber. I think Saber has been the same since, and he's always had this. That's not Korean, is it?
I don't believe so. No.
Okay, it's one of the languages that I don't speak, which one of the many languages I don't speak.
The hundreds, yeah.
One of the hundreds of languages that I don't speak, but I do believe that is Saber. So. Certainly going to be an interesting one for AE. Probably going to be an easy one for FN420 if I'm being blatantly honest. And the rotations looking pretty fire. I kind of dig the first 2. The third map takes a good nights. Like someone just fell and never got back up. It's firing range hardpoint for the start. Standoff, search, or destroy. And then we take a trip to the stadium downtown where takeoff, domination, which God, I hope we don't see that game 3. It's so hard to cast a domination on takeoff. That map is just so lopsided in regards to being it big, and there's just I don't know. There's not a lot of focus in that objective, in my opinion. I think the domination map is for that map just not it. I think search or destroy and takeoff, or search or destroy and hardpoint are a little easier, but domination is just absolutely terrible. So. If it does come to that point, well, I'll be happy. I'm on board. I'll start to see a refined AE team. 100% on board for that. Aphelion do opt to ban Hardpoint on Crossfire, whereas FN420 going to be banning Hardpoint on Summit. So, going to be an interesting series. This is going to be the first day that we get to see AE back, and with a few roster changes on board. Is it for the better? Is it, you know, down the road going to make a difference? I don't know. They're sitting at a -5. This is a make or break game for them. And to be this early in the season and be that down bad, and to have to face, you know, FN420, I don't know, bro. I don't think I have much to say about that.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of faith. I mean, I'm hoping to have a good game here, but again, you've got multiple stage 5 competitors on one team, and you've got a team that has struggled not only through qualifiers, but every week of the open competition as well. So I'm full on leaning for FN420 here. I think they're one of the top teams in Europe, and you know, I don't mean it in a bad way, but AE just isn't. All
right, we'll find out here as P1 going to be opened up here in about 7 seconds now. The Opening spawns do favor the side of Aphelion, so this could be interesting. A hail of nades and throwables all coming through this back alley area. Is going to shut down. Saber going to find one. Saber going to be staying alive here. Body shots coming through. Nope, that was just Saz finishing the deed there. Lydia's going to get the trade. Battle for this P1 site. Even on the backs of not having the spawns, I don't know how FN420. They just brutally forced themselves on the objective. Found 13 points off the rip, and that's where we stand.
Well, as we continue to roll on through here, we'll have to see, but again, I think this is probably going to be over quick. This one, I think, is one of the matchups tonight that I was most confident in being a 2-0. And I still feel that way. I mean, again, unless if this AE roster just absolutely comes through and shines. They've had some roster changes, so who knows? Maybe they have some absolute slayers on the team. I just, obviously, I haven't seen this roster play, so I don't know who to look out for.
Well, I know who to look out for the objective. That's Lydia, just an absolute beam. 3 kills on board combo, or 4 kills on board, 3 combo. And holding down Armory single-handedly. The push comes through multiples at a time. Maraud going to get taken down, as well as Frank Simp coming through. Don Simp coming through with some objective time as well. But it is not going to be AE on the break. It is going to be continuously the side of FN420, who, again, are out-fragging and are out-rotating. They get their flip early on that P1 site, and Lydia did a great job of anchoring, and right now it's showing off. It's a massive lead. A lot of points to not a lot of points. AE starting off in a hole, and this is one of those holes that if you dig yourself deep enough, you're not going to be able to come out of.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and we've got a 60-point lead for the side of FN420. They've got complete control of P2, and they're starting to look their eyes over towards P3. I think it's probably smart that AE was able to, or made the choice to push up and just try to get trailer control. Maybe they can get some objective time here, but you know FN420 is coming, and there is a lot of gas on the fire. Lydia gonna find one. Saz finds a refrag onto Slayer, but Veer and Don coming through with one of their own. And you know, a second ago we had 5 players on the point, and now it's down to 2. Another Pred missile comes in, gonna find an extra one on the hill, and just like that, FN420 in the first 10 seconds have made a break.
That's tough, man. You got Don Simp who's gonna find 2 more. They're single-handedly shutting down this trailer site. The Purifier made to be one of the meta options for operator choices. Obviously, at Mobile Mayhem, you can only have one of each operator. It's a unique one for each player. And the Purifier is certainly a viable option now after its recent buff. So Don is going to find one more, but does overextend himself here. Finds himself spawning on the backside of Wood. So maybe not the worst-case scenario for Don, but, you know, right now, some much-needed hill time for AE, and Don does continue to contest, and I love the energy. You got the ball rolling there on the P1 and P2, get the break early in P3, and FN420 just handling business as normal.
Yeah, absolutely. They've crossed into 100 points already, and they've got about an 80-point lead right now. We'll have to see if they can continue to build it. Once again, AE have actually made a really strong rotation over, but can they lock it down? Does look like Saber, I believe that is going to come through with a kill, making a brief break. But I mean, it's FN420. Just, I mean, this is hard to argue with. This is about the performance I expected.
You know, going through qualifiers again for AE was a bit difficult. They made it past. They get, I think, like a 3rd seed. Obviously, seeds don't matter now. We're in the regular season. We saw Omniscient, who didn't lose a single map in qualifiers, has not won a single map in regular season. As a matter of fact, the only time they've won is against this AE team, and it's because they couldn't produce a roster at the time. So, AE and Omniscient both on a downfall right now. So, Illuminati up. I kind of dig it for Illuminati, but I feel kind of bad for Omniscient and Aphelion. Right now, the P4 ending is going to come through, and Lydia has top control in this tower. This is a lethal spot to be in. Finally gets taken down from some lethal action. Frag lethal as that. So P1 reset comes through, and it's a 160-44 game. I was thinking about jumping in VCs with the... You know what? I don't like those odds. We're just gonna continue to rock and roll because this
I'll
thing's
go check
about
it
over
for
with
you.
it.
I'll go check
Yeah,
it
go
for
check
you.
it for me. I'll continue on the ones and twos because right now it's not looking like we're gonna get much time to get a VC listed in. You know, based off the hardpoint, I couldn't imagine the search and destroy is gonna be any different for Aphelion. Slayer just continue to slay out. Good night, dude. Gross. Just an absolute beast. Oh, poor COD timing does get taken down. Murad actually going to peek up from the top side of 10. And sure enough, all Slayer wants to do is look at his iPad and get this
fine, let's
lightning
go.
strike. All right, we're going to jump in for a quick listen in for the side of FN 420.
I love you so much. Hello, stream. Enjoy
Shout out
yourself.
to my mom.
Leave it, just leave it, just leave it. Come on,
Okay,
just
okay,
leave it, go
okay.
next.
Mom, I love you. I made it.
Just leave focus, next bird's gone.
Purify coming? Purify dead?
One Smith. Ivy mid,
I'm
Ivy mid, Ivy
burning.
mid.
Jesus
Dead.
Christ. Take him. Barrel.
Watch barrel, watch
Wait, I'm gonna wipe down a sticker
dead.
just to you, right?
Somebody window.
Barrel.
Mid-truck. Yes.
Dead long.
Ivy mid, bro. Watch your long, just watch your long.
Alright, go.
I don't trust boss from the
Barrel? Barrel.
Fine, man. Oh, he's top 10.
Barrel dead. You can push in,
Barrel, another barrel.
No, one pushed in. I'll push your long with any.
Equalizer. Equalizer right side?
Equalizer.
Wait, you Your long dead.
2 barrel, watch your mid.
That barrel.
Equalizer point. Right side, slide.
Side low, half HP. He's on right side.
We coming off this,
Let's finish off there, finish off there. Wait, I'm gonna watch your long, hold up.
Did she get
Nothing
stunned?
along.
Bathroom.
Hey long. One more long. He's gonna push now.
Going
Gonna push now, long.
They're both one shot.
Both dead. Nice, they were. Good shit. Nice. Well played. Sorry.
All right, so maybe I overreacted. Obviously, I'm used to the NA comms where you could have jumped in with Seminole at one point, and then anytime you had Devious in the lobby, you always had to second guess yourself. And you know what? Even on the backs of them just, you know, having fun with it, just a hell of a group of guys. And of course, we got Lydia in the mix too, who just absolutely slayed out. That was a A1 performance from FN 420. They put the nail in the coffin there on that P3 trailer transition in a 250 to 88 win for them. They're going to have that 1-0 advantage in the series. And again, we were talking about the search and destroy. I think I'm with Day on this one. I think I don't have that much hope here for AE.
Yeah, I wanted to believe throughout qualifiers they had some okay performances there, but again, a lot of qualifiers did happen before the rule set change, and sure enough, when we saw them got to the end of the competition, Captain wasn't able to use his shotguns. They lost out on Ajax. They weren't able to compete at all with Lukey because Lukey's underage. And this AE team just has not been looking great. I mean, Mayrod, look, dude, I don't mean to throw you under the bus here, but we didn't even hit double digits, and that's not just you on the board, because, I mean, if you look at Saz and Captain, they've only got 3 more kills. So, I mean, this is a across-the-board, the team is underperforming, not handling this current rule set / meta. And, you know, again, they are up against one of the tougher teams in Europe. I mean, we got to consider that, right? But... listen, it doesn't matter if they're up against the tougher teams in Europe. They're struggling against everybody, man.
I got 2 points to make. One, for someone who gets thrown under the bus by Dave frequently, Murad, he is definitely throwing you under the bus. 2, one comment in chat was just so damn toxic, I had to point it out. Why is Lydia so good as a female competitor in T1? And in NA, NA gave us Shorty.
Savagely toxic. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, Bardock! Oh boy, I absolutely love the energy here we're getting in EU. This is a little bit of a clapback, and bro, if Shorty didn't come in the VC telling us we were dog in Warzone, or coming in chat telling us we're dog in Warzone, or anywhere else, Vanguard, we're dog, and then coming in VC telling us that she was gonna nuke in Mobile Mayhem, and then not delivering a nuke,
and they got 2-0'd.
And they got 2-0'd. Like, for something of that stature, like, Bardock, you're an absolute legend for making that comment.
A big portion of that comment was very sexist, and I don't appreciate it, but the second half was solid. I'll give you credit on the second half.
There we go. Well, I clearly wasn't trying to, make fun
No,
of
we
in that
gotcha,
manner.
we
But,
gotcha.
EU has Lydia, and she is so cracked, like stage 5 cracked. And then we got Shorty on the other hand. God bless Shorty, man. Good night. Poor Shorty. Got dropped by Rain, and I think she's trying to go pro in Phasmophobia, or else at least trying to get us to play. I don't even know what Phasmophobia is. I've heard of it, never seen it. Just no chill. I love it. Yo, now everybody catching up in chat. Yeah,
right.
Shorty is
Sounds
good. Shorty is good, but let's be clear here. We've got Lydia, and then we got Shorty. Who are you rolling with?
Lydia, hands down.
Hands down. Yeah. Shorty the homie, but in a 1v1 gunfight, I'm taking Lydia every day.
Exactly,
over majority of the T1
Just because they're the homie doesn't mean they're good. That might be a little rude, but it's like I play Warzone with Verdict, and he's okay. But then I also play Warzone with Imperium, and that was a hour and a half of teaching someone what the buttons do.
Yo, justice for Imperium.
For
He did not deserve. Look, Imperium is not catching strays.
Listen.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to teach me how to play New State.
There we go. Well, you know what?
We promised him that.
He'll hold your hand there, and right now,
COD Mobile is the better game. COD Mobile's the better game, but we gotta hang out with the homie.
Oh, we play COD Mobile with Imperium too. He's played 2 COD titles with us. We haven't played a single one, so. Well, we held his hand one time, 2 times. Now it's his time to, hold our hands. Right now, AE is going to need a little bit of hand holding because, boy, did they get bodied in that game 1. Right now, they can turn it around here as 1-for-1 trades come through. Captain finds 1. Dude, I thought he pulled out the bat and got somebody, but by the time I rotated over to him, he pulled out the bat. And sure enough, I was looking to kill feed. He did get a type kill, so... They may be able to take the shotgun out of the game, but they can't take the shotgunner and Captain. But is it going to be enough to make a difference here? Viri and Lydia's doing a great job of playing their 2s. Able to find 1 and even things up here. There's about a minute left on the clock. AE actually starting off with a lot more momentum than I expected.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and we'll have to see as things continue here. It's down to 2 players for each team. We do get the bomb plant coming through by AE. Can they clutch up round 1 here in the search and destroy? Again, this is a big roster change for the side of AE. Maybe the additions are just search cracked. It's hard to say. Let me tell you though, Frank, you gotta land that one.
And that was not a good contest there.
I thought we were about to see some body shooting. Oh, it was a spray. It was a spray.
Well, there's the body shooting, and sure enough, it's Viri.
No shock there.
Absolutely very toxic. I had to push that one out before the time.
That was pretty terrible.
Well, yo, Bob, bro, I'm going to be honest with you, dude. Change your name, and maybe you can come back. You know what? Just don't even come back. That is
savage.
Just... I mean, we're having a good time, and then all of a sudden you hit this with that. Come on, dude. All right, 1-0. A little bit of a life here for AE in this search and destroy. Got down to the wire there. Lydia and Viri just showing who's the better in that instance. Don opening up with first blood is going to be taken down, but Saz is going to be quickly traded. Slayer picking off 1. Viri picks up another, but Viri drops. Got a 3v2 scenario. Bomb is down. Frank and Saber, the last 2 alive.
Well, I gotta say, these rounds have been a lot closer than I anticipated them being. Obviously, the last one was able to go through FN at 420. They do have bomb down. You can see Lydia just kind of tucked in the corner here, and it's going to be Slayer coming through, finds the wallbang on broken. Now it's Frank left alone in a 1v2. I gotta say, he wasn't, he was certainly no Lukey with the sniper last round. I don't know, maybe it was nerves. Hard to say. Well, not going to be for him this round either.
Oh,
but,
baby, Saber.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's talk about Saber landing that shot on Lydia, though.
Well, you know what? You got one of the better of the best here is Slayer. The 1v1 here. Saber finding a little bit of life there on Lydia. Actually finding no life on Lydia because she's down. Now we're going to see the B rotation maybe, question mark. Absolutely. Going to go ahead and stick it now. It's going to put the clock back up from 22 to 45, but Slayer already pushed aggressively, and you know what? I'm kind of digging it. I'm loving the vibes here. The retake needs to be strong, and putting the pressure on. Can Saber handle it now as we see about 30 seconds waiting. The Deagle out in hand. Oh my god, was that a headshot? Okay, yo, these kids do not deserve that, Slayer. But I do dig the unnecessary movement and, you know, the YY switch from gun to gun and flipping back and forth. That right there, excessively not necessary, but I appreciate it.
Well, this is, I gotta say, been closer than I could have ever imagined, but even when it comes down to the 2v2s, you just have FN420 clutching up, playing their 2s incredibly, incredibly well, and that's not a good sign for the side of AE, and, you know, you're kind of right. I don't know if they necessarily deserve the spraying and the teabagging and the body shooting that's been happening, but I don't care. I love to see it anyway. And Captain actually comes through with a big 2 this round for the team. Going to keep things even and is now getting the bomb plant. One of the better rounds of search we've seen out of Captain this season. Can he keep it up and help the team lock down a round win here against FN420? Slayer's trick shotting. I'm done. I'm done.
I told you, I'm all up. Is it necessary? Absolutely not. The YY weapon swap, you know what I'm talking about. Those players in S&D, you know, they're running around just flipping weapons. They're moving like super crack. That's the kind of stuff I like. Is it necessary? Absolutely not. That's what Slayer brings to the table right now. It's a 1v2. Captain going to be pushed here by Veer. Veer unable to hit a majority of those shots. Does get Captain down to about 20 health. And sure enough, right around the corner was Saber. The man with the plan himself now, making things a little more doable here for AE. They've been able to find one round, but again, Slayer with the trick shots to begin with. Day said he's done. I'm still here to rock and roll.
I mean, it's clear FN420 is not really taking this seriously, and AE are still struggling, so we'll have to see. Captain's going to find one, immediately gets refragged out by Donlai. Does get taken down himself. Saz in a good position there. Gotta say, we don't see a ton of Fennec use, but Donlai comes through and does pick up one. Is that the new skin, too?
Looks like it.
Nice, nice.
Very nice indeed now. Looks like obsidian. That's what it looks like. Kind of dig it. Lydia, oh my god. Try to knock him out like Fight Night.
The bomb has been planted.
Mike Tyson with those gloves on. I see you. 5 kills on board for Lydia. 2v2 now, 38 seconds. Frank, oh my goodness, catches him flat on his feet. Saz, okay, good shots from Saz. Now it's a 1v1 Slayer. Oh, baby, doesn't miss. One and done there. The 360 on point. I love all that excessive movement. I don't know what it is, dude. That's just the kind of stuff that you see in highlight films. Those trick shots are back in the day. And you know what, Slayer? Do whatever you got to do to get those clips, my homie.
Yeah, apparently. We'll have to see as things continue here. I don't have any confidence in Aphelion here after seeing Slayer attempting a trick shot during a 2v2. It's pretty clear that the FN420 are confident in winning here, and they are looking to do so with style. Don slides the corner right into Zeb. Veer's there for the refrag. Captain gonna get one of his own, and that's gonna give the 2-for-1 trade in favor of Aphelion here. But Lydia finds a literal frag, tying things up 3-3. And bomb is down. I don't think anybody knows that. Slayer gonna find Frank there. And just like that, the 4v3 advantage that we had for the side of Aphelion has absolutely fallen apart. It's now a 3v2. Balance gonna find Saz. Yeah, bro, this is kind of hard to watch, if you want me to be honest with you.
Yo, let me tell you, Balance does not know what he's doing with a sniper in his hand, and he sure enough got 1 kill. You saw the movement there, didn't slide, didn't do anything, didn't, you know, do any herky-jerky like we see Slayer right here, and I'm digging the movement. The Deagle headshot! What is this man on? This is the second time this game. I thought it was like a lucky shot. Bro is just cracked with the Deagle as well as the DLQ, and that's a lethal combo, bro. As we see 6 kills on board for the man himself. 7 for Lydia, who's gotten a few Fight Night kills, too, with the Boxers. Now we're looking at the 4-1, and sure enough, Day said it. It's clear as day. A lot of confidence on the side of FN420 and Aphelion. welcome to Mobile Mayhem, I guess.
Enemy contact.
I mean, I can't really say welcome to Mobile Mayhem, but
Targets in sight.
this is it right here. You got
Welcome to the big leagues.
Welcome to the big leagues.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
baby.
bro, Captain finds a kill on Slayer, but I mean, Lydia's out here with boxing gloves.
Nice work.
Hey, did we see
Ouch, man.
Did we
Ouch.
see an NYX team like with nunchucks at one point, or was that just one player with nunchucks? Who
That
was
was Chels.
it? That was Shells. Okay.
Or yeah, I think it was either Chels or Nicole, one or the other, but
Bomb acquired.
I want to say Chels.
Guys, get a grip. Mayhem is not a joke. This is just a slight skill gap here. 2 melee kills, a third with a pistol. Saz gets a revenge frag. And now it's a 4v2 here. Clash, Ned, Zed. Clash no longer a Mobile Mayhem thing. Slayer is a thing and does find the last kill. That's going to be a 6-1 lead. Good night, man. That was devastating. I thought, well, you know what? I think I enjoyed watching that more than I enjoyed watching the Animus just brutal pounding 6-0 over Omniscient.
This was a brutal pounding! What?
This was not as brutal and pounding as the Omniscient roster, who clearly was trying
can we
and
pause?
couldn't buy a round if they had $5 million in a briefcase, and everyone was wearing black suits looking to shake hands and make a deal. I'm sorry, it just wasn't happening.
The only reason these rounds were closer is because we were literally trick-shotting on the side of FN 420. It's look, it's rough to say, but that's ultimately the reality. And again, I don't know what AE needs to do at this point. The consistency of a roster has just not been there. I'm in a position where I haven't been counting, but I have to imagine their roster changes are probably running out. And that goes back even to again, Captain just not yet feeling comfortable. I do got to say, he looked a lot better today. 7 kills on the board. That's the best performance we've seen out of him since the rule change. Getting a little bit more used to that Type 25. But again, his comfort zone has always been the shotguns. We saw him put up double-digit kills multiple times in Search and Destroy with the KRM. And it's taken him as, what I would consider to be the team leader. He's been one of the players that's consistently on the AE roster. Him being successful is one of the first things you've got to see to have the team kind of have that energy and that momentum and motivation around that.
Yep. AE.
Tell me I'm wrong. Just tell me I'm wrong.
Can I be honest with you, just blatantly?
Yeah, I want it.
I didn't listen to a word you said.
Thank God.
Yeah. So Aphelion, whatever Day just said, just take it as gold. And take this series with a great assault, because you know what? Your day's going to come. It's just not going to happen here. Captain, you're the homie. Absolutely love the crossbow, feeds that we got from you, man. You made it happen in qualifiers. But again, we're in the show now. This is the league. This is the league, bro. And you're going to come across teams like this on a regular basis. The fact that you were able to get 7 kills is just absolutely marvelous, because since that shotgun kill, I think this is where Dave was picking up. I'm starting to pull it all together now. You start to make a comeback, and I'm digging it, bro. So loving the energy. On the flip side of things, FN 420, you guys don't need a praise. You handled business. You came in and you took it in 2, and that's exactly what your goal was. So as we're taking a look at the results from the day, this is it. That was it, Day. Well, we're done with Mobile Mayhem EU after a brutal 6-1 and a brutal 6-0 in Search or Destroy today. I'm at a loss for words. I was thinking that today was going to be an interesting one, and we've got pretty much slapped in the face all the way across. So 2-0s across the board. 117 not found, taking a little bit of life out of Illuminati EU. Have no fear, though. I think this Illuminati squad shows a lot of promise for, weeks to come now. Animus, that was by far the most disrespectful match I've ever seen in a Search and Destroy 6-0. Hell-fought hardpoint game, but, P1s can be devastating if you don't put your foot on them. Elysium bite the bullet 2-0 to Olympus, who... Elysium? Guys got a problem with closing out games. You had a lead, a 5-2 lead, to be exact. There's no way that you guys blow that and don't go to a Game 3. Well, guess what? You blew it, and you didn't see that Game 3. 2-0 for Olympus. 2-0 in favor of FN 420, and guys, if you missed it, you didn't miss much in that last series. Aphelion have a lot to work on. There's certainly such a great org. And here we are in Mobile Mayhem, where they're still sitting at a -5. Is pulling up the standings now. We're trying to wrap this up quick, guys. We're trying to get you guys out of here. I'm trying to take a break before Mobile Mayhem NA and Day, makes me do stuff that I don't like doing, and that is giving him an OBS ninja. 75 points for Nova Esports, 65 for Animus. They are going to be 2 top teams in the lobby, and FN420 coming through with 60. What are you laughing at, Dave?
What did you send me in DMs?
117 out found right there, racking up that 4th spot. Of course, they're going to have that advantage over Illuminati EU for the head-to-head. Anarchy, didn't get this chance to see them today. They had the bye, 35 points on board. That team shows a lot of promise, but I don't know. We'll have to see. I think they had a little bit of a coach situation where Image is no longer coaching them. So, we'll see how it pans out. Is it better or is it worse?
Listen, there were some big roster changes for Anarchy too that I don't think we hit on. So I do kind of want to just go.
You want to hit on? You want to hit on them?
Yeah. I want to hit on all 3 of them.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So some big roster changes for the lineup of Anarchy. This is absolutely huge. No more Marky, no more Brixta, no more Feints. They picked up.
When did this happen? When did this happen?
Like yesterday, I think.
And Brixta had the nerve to come in chat and say we were better, and we
on
is
that
no
day
longer
they
a
were
thing.
better.
Yeah, on that day they were clearly better. But bro, how do you drop Marky? Marky has been. I don't know. Derek's is
They
Derek's
might not
is
have got
cracked.
dropped. They might have left.
Yeah, well,
we don't know. I mean, the roster now for Anarchy is looking like Onur, Rondo, Patron, Nev, and Derox. Still a strong roster,
that's a stacked roster,
bro,
but I don't know. Yeah,
Feints, Marky, Brixta, those are 3 big names in the EU scene.
bro, Feints literally single-handedly carried them to a Game 3 victory in that Domination Summit. All right, I don't care what anybody says.
Feints like single-handedly carried a whole day of XOXO in stage 3. If you want to be honest with
Hey,
you.
yo, I thought those days were long behind us.
Mm-mm.
All right, well,
No, Feints is cracked, bro. Feints is cracked.
all right, well, that's gonna conclude the broadcast for today. Got to give you a huge shout out to the admins. I'm sorry, the admin. Ronan, you killing it, bro. We loved it. Great job today. We'll see you live for NA later on. And Day, bro, what are we gonna do? We got 3 hours. You want to do some extracurricular activities? I don't know. Maybe do some karate in the garage or something. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. All right, we'll be back at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Denominate's channel. Make sure you drop him a follow and tune in, as the energy is going to be just as vibrant as it was today. So we're going to get geared up for a raid. Don't go anywhere. Mobile Mayhem EU Week 3, Day 5 is done. We'll see you back Tuesday.